I'll tell you, Tom the Spoon, we are all over Liberia. We are also outside of Liberia because you are locked down and you are told to spawn. 107.5, Fabric 101.1. We are also live on Spawn TV, Fabric TV, Super TV. We welcome you wherever you are, whatever you are doing on this beautiful, beautiful Friday evening. Welcome to Spawn Talk. And I'm your producer tonight. My name is Lorena Honoree. And so while we await the CEO and the rest of the panelists, let me welcome you to the show. It promises to be one of the top provoking, of course, discussions about Liberia. I mean, Spoon Talk brings to you everything that is happening in Liberia, everything you need to know that is happening in the political landscape, be it economical as well, the educational sector, health sector, every aspect where it concerns Liberia. Spoon Talk is here to make sure you understand what is happening in your country, Liberia. So if you are here in Liberia or outside of Liberia, well, this is your program. This is time for you to get informed, get educated, get informed. right here on Spoon FM 107.5 and of course on Fabric 101.1 and again on Spoon TV Live. Like I said, we are also live on Fabric TV, Super TV, and Fabric TV. We are also live across different platforms in Liberia, outside of Montserrat, in different counties, villages, and towns. Wherever they have the shortwave stations, they are relaying, most of them are relaying the program. They want to make sure that people get informed. You also get a chance to call in the program and tell us what is on your mind, what is disturbing you, where it concerns your country. It's a beautiful evening in Liberia. I don't know the time in your own country or your continent. The fact that you are tuned, you are locked down, this is your show. Get glued to your radio, share the program, talk to all of your friends and family members. Inform the people, tell them Spoon Talk is on now. Let's get glued to 107.5 and let's lock down to the blue app that is Facebook to watch Spoon Talk. Because the people come here again to give us all the information that we need to know about Liberia. Even people that want to come to Liberia, want to move to Liberia, want to invest in Liberia, they watch Spoon Talk so they can understand what is happening in the country to enable them to come here. Yes, so that is what we do here on the Spoon Network. And of course, we are dishing out Liberia's best. Different things have been happening across the country, and we have been bringing them to you play by play, bits and pieces as it unfolds. You get them right here on Spoon TV and on Spoon FM. We appreciate your presence. Thank you for following all of those on the radio and our viewers. Lawrence Appleton, we welcome you. We welcome you, Odyssia Bati, Roland To, Domio Kekula. You are all welcome. Thank you for being there. You are watching via YouTube. And Roland W. To on the Blue app, Dominio, you are there. And of course, Awolowo Sompon. Faith Kotu Walker, G. Prince Jacobs, and Omine Ciense Bessa, Jim Leah, Peter Tokpa, Fanny Dennis, and Fomba M. Sese, and of course Samuel Sando Johnson, Peter Tokpa. You are all welcome. George Horace, Margaret Bala, you are always here. Vafi Dukle, Nathan K. Seyuo. You are in the counties, you are in the villages, you are at the border points. You are listening to Spoon 107.5, and the program is Spoon Talk, the people's show, the number one program right here in Liberia. Everything you need to know, information wise, need to get educated or entertained, it all happens on Spoon Talk. Very soon I'm going to open the lines. Happy Valentine Day. Valentine's Day is a big day from what I see. It's all about love, sharing love, loving and caring for each other. People are using this day to make peace. That is better than doing the worst. Again, so let me welcome you, G. Bacchus, Panton, and Peter Topa, T. Emmanuel Espan. You are all welcome. This is Spoon Talk right here on Spoon 107.5 FM. We are also live on Spoon TV and via YouTube. It is Spoon Talk Live. A lot of Liberians don't like to subscribe to YouTube. And so we will want you to, try and get a YouTube channel so you'll be able to watch Spoon Talk via YouTube. It is important for you. It is also important for us. Joe Yapawulo, you are welcome. Joe Kolikbo, Wilma, Love, Marilyn Wilson, you are welcome as well. Paul T. Woye, can you please share the show? All of you watching right now, share the show. Those listening to the radio, share the show. The good thing about Spoon Talk is that you can have your little button phone. You just, log in your 107.5. You are listening to Spoon FM. For those that are watching via the gadget, watch the show. We welcome you. Share in all of your groups and social media handles. Let people know that you are a fan, number one follower. Give us stars if you can. We are doing well here at Spoon Network. Every day, the panelists, the CEO, they come here and make sure you are informed about this country. Very soon, I'm going to open the lines, both lines. They are all active to enable you come on and talk about those issues that are disturbing you where it concerns your country, Liberia. Again, my name is Lorena Honoré. I am always here on Friday with the team helping to produce the program. Recently Prince Tolls of District Number 8, Honorable Prince Tolls, was, assaulted by some of his constituents. The people say why he had to support the removal of embattled Speaker Fonanti Kofa. But even Prince Tolls said the assault marks the culmination of growing tension in Montserrat. I tell you, a region deeply divided by political loyalties following the 2023 elections. You and I know we go to the marketplaces, the corners, there are diverse views, every aspect and corners of this country, especially where it concerns Montserrat. We that live here in Montserrat, you hear people arguing, you go to the marketplaces, the slum communities where there are zinc shafts, everybody just concerned about their country. The people are talking about Liberia and all of those things happening in this country, political wise, economically, even when it comes to LEC, people are concerned. They are complaining about how they want their country to be better. Some of them are even saying we want 2029 to come tomorrow. I don't know what they mean. I'm just the messenger. So welcome, welcome. If you're there, we are here. Spoon 107.5. This is Phone Talk. We saw something strange happen on Wednesday, which was on the 12th of February. We saw it via social media, and even we got reports from our correspondents in Grand Cape County, Medina to be specific, where a chimpanzee, bamboo, as we can call it, gorilla, some people will refer to it, but they all fall in the same species, entered the people village in Grand Cape County, attacked a lot of people, including a child, wounded them. That this is what happens when you enter into another group of species habitat. Then definitely you are inviting them to come into your own space. Now that baboon is there and the residents are living in fear. That plus many more. I see the story where the ministries of health and education have denied recent reports claiming that their respective ministers, Dr. Louis Maple Poto and Dr. Jaso Male Jala, were suspended for failing to comply with asset declaration requirements. In official statement, both ministries confirmed that their ministers had met the asset declaration obligations. The Ministry of Health stated that Dr. Poto submitted her asset declaration to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, that is the LACC, on August 5 of 2024 with confirmation of receipt. The Ministry of Education also confirmed that Dr. Jala fulfilled the asset declaration requirements within the designated time frame. The ministry has expressed concern over the spread of misinformation and urged media outlets to focus on accurate reporting to maintain public trust and uphold journalistic standards. They emphasize their commitment to transparency, accountability, and adherence to the rule of law. So the ministers of both health and education are telling you, my people, that they have declared their access declaration. So please report what is right. Peter Tokwa, we welcome you. Voices of Lawalazu, you are also welcome. Of course, CDC Papi Success Skater for Life. We always appreciate your presence from the morning hours to late night or the next day. You are always following us, whatever we are doing. Papi Success Skater, you are highly appreciated. Daniel K. Bender, you are also appreciated. So, I know you're concerned. You want to talk about some of the things that you are concerned about in your country. So call us on 077771075 or 05551011075 and be on the show. What is it you want to talk about? What is on your mind? What is disturbing you? What is troubling you? This is your chance. The platform has been provided. Call and let's talk about it. 077771075 or 05551011075. Welcome to Spoon Talk. Good evening. All right, Patrice, what is on your mind? Mhm. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. And I know you're going to be following the show. 077771075, 055510175. Please lower your monitor. Let's talk. Hello? I'm okay, sir. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? What is on your mind? Mhm. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right, you are welcome. It is your country. You are concerned. You have the right. 077771075, 055510175. Call and be live on the show. What is on your mind? Good evening. All right, let's take this other caller. We have been talking to you people constantly to stop. Hello, good evening. Yeah. What is your name, sir? I'm okay. What is on your mind? All Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I know President Walker is listening to his people. Everybody listen to Phone Talk, including the president. Good evening. Good evening. Please lower your monitor, sir. You are live. What is your name? Hmm. Thank you, sir. All right. Please wait for the panelists. They will soon be here. He said, why is it that more women are corrupt now than the men? Good evening. I'm okay, sir. What is your name? What is on your mind? The CEO stronghold. You said that the CEO stronghold. CEO get stronghold all while at bureau. Go ahead. What's on your mind? All right. But no more internet cafe, eh? For you to go to the internet cafe and you know, go on Facebook and watch and see the CEO face. All right. So on the CEO send you phone, smartphone. Just because you want to see a face, you should send you smartphone. All right. Okay. All right. Your message is well taken, sir. Thank you for being. You really want to see the CEO. I understand. They want power. We got to talk about it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. 077771075 05551010075. He says he wants to see the CEO, Stanton Alexander Witherspoon. He wants to see this man. He wants to see his face. He wants to see him. He wants to know who is this person, who is the face behind the voice. He wants to see him. So because of that, now the thing is, if you really love CEO and you really want to see CEO, you will go and get yourself, you will try by all means and buy yourself one smartphone so you can be able to see CEO. They got cheap phones. Oh, my brother, son, if I it's all get phone. Good evening. I'm okay. What is your name? King Jaw. Yeah, I will hear about baboon, chimpanzee moving around in Grand Cape Mount there. I know it's not in your own district. So tell me what is on your mind. Okay. Thank you too. 077771075 or 05551010075, and you'll be live right here. Your voice will be heard. People will hear what is on your mind right here on Spoon Talk. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Your name? Hello, you live on the show. Yeah. Not my phone. Thank you. But why you went there? Thank you, sir. Thank you. 077771075 or 05551101075. Call and be live right here on Spawn Talk. Good evening. You're live on the show. What is your name? Calling from Tupo Road. Tell me what is on your mind. Afaro, you have to go outside. Afaro. Afaro. Which decision? The minority block. They are the ones you're talking about. Okay, thank you. He's saying that the minority bloc should stand by the decision, that they must continue to say, as they say, the rule of law must prevail, and that they shouldn't go on. Now, Speaker Richard Nangwekun. Good evening. All right, let's talk to you. Good evening. You're live on the show. What is your name? All the way from Bon County. We are happy to have Bon County in the building. Tell us what is on your mind.
Yeah, what is on my mind is that those people will be left and so I was hearing you tell that my friend was not the children who said the children because
the phone is muffled, Lorena.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, we have Dr. Richardson. They are really loud on our from our end. Yeah, at times if we make them that loud, except it's from their end. If not, it starts to over modulate and drives into the transmitter. I'm becoming a technician now.
I'm telling you.
So should I take more callers?
Yeah. What time is? Yeah, take more callers. I don't know where my colleagues
It's
are.
a minute past 9. 2 minutes now. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, they come
So
in.
it's since we start the show.
Yes.
But maybe you want to after I take the callers, if you want to welcome your online viewers. But there are more callers on the line, so I'm taking.
Let's take them.
Yeah, good evening. Okay. I'm okay. What is your name and what is on your mind?
Sorry for me. I will not call my name because what I want to explain is something very important.
But you gotta call. So which name you get? What kind of name? Because I'm not talking to somebody without a name, right?
My name is
Emmanuel, what is on your mind?
Frankly, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity tonight because someone has been following the show and helping on that. Healthy, what is that? You're not equal. So I want to say thank you for the time.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Well, we are looking at first, I will do the educational system that go for all the very critical now. Because the council doesn't want to be the we are bringing no platform. The public school are having. No platform, the public school. We are bringing classes all in one. We know school, we have discipline in one. So, I want over to know what I put the rest of the all the things. So, rest is only the public school.
Have your school, your institution ever met the Ministry of Education to complain or propose anything?
Each time what is the administration was for now the power and care. Open what breaking a school. Our people open what having a table, tell who going to order to order. They do nothing, no ampere.
Okay. Thank you for being on the show.
All right.
Okay, so keep putting your calls through 077771075 or 055510175 and be live right here on Spoon Talk. Good evening. Yes, welcome to Spoon Talk. What is your name?
When the manufacturer the national mission of the United States Party Institute, then a very solid movement is what is called to the CBS Nation, every sector of the state.
Wow.
And here a few days with the cabinet and other local government officials. And I think something that the correspondent, the last chapter, more than the officials. And then the second to explain the government. So when we go to president, the new contribution, when we want to explain the president, when we go to start explain everything that is possible, whatever we have been, the money. So it's very easy to be a president. The last time we call the president, the real brother's country. Liberia is crying. Liberia is crying blood. Liberia is dead, and Liberia are killed. The return to come to this country.
You are welcome. I don't know why you people are not hearing my calls because they are very loud and clear. So, good evening. Please check your own systems. Good evening. Yeah, what is your name? Where are you calling us from? What is on your mind, sir?
So, from my right to the
Mm-hmm.
well, I do with them.
Freedom is not clear at all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
I don't
That's 077771075
sorry, I don't know what's going
zero
on today.
77771075. Good evening.
Good evening to you, Lorena, and good evening to Pastor Victor and the rest of the that you come from the same show. I am P. Abraham B. Wooster. I grew up from the USA Road, and I'm very, very much ashamed this evening to talk. Now, 2 points quickly are one. If the president wants to fight against corruption,
Afaru, come from my phone, you go sit down outside.
that corruption will
Your phone charge. Come from my phone, you go sit down outside. Come from 80 place school.
when you are fighting corruption with fairness, don't be selective. People are being suspended, I agree. Any people, local for, national for, I agree. What about Brisbane? What about California and USA? What about the Dr. FTA? All of that, what happening to them? What happening to Senate Dressing? The people in the of budget planning. All those people need help. We all people. Now the thing doing with the report is not suspending them. We need to suspending people that is not to suspend. So I think the president is being selected, and if they continue on this path, he will not be able to set corruption. Last round war to Liberia, 1979, because injustice. The British government is proceeding to the United States and come back and send justice to the Liberian people. I'm saying it in reference to the saga I want already developed. The constitution is the constitution. The removed. So this is not a anarchy state. It's a democratic state, and we are running a constitutional government.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
You are welcome. All right. So, Dr. Richardson, CEO, welcome to the show.
The
Thank
audience
you
here.
very much. Thank you very much. Dr. Richardson, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just telling you there's something going on with the phone, Lorena. Get the technicians. I know it's difficult for you to fix in there because you're probably alone in there. But the
The
audio
lines
was.
are clear from our end. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with our end here, but yikes, we didn't hear you. But I just want to welcome everyone who's listening. See you. How you doing today?
I'm okay, Dr. Richardson. How you doing? Happy Valentine to you.
Thank you. It's a little bit later, but thank you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's okay. Uh, Look, happy Valentine's Day to the rest of the Liberian people. We are very grateful.
I said it yesterday, though.
Oh,
And
okay. All right. Thank
I meant
you.
to post it yesterday, so you can say, we left today for Abraham to say, and I believe he did.
Oh,
So,
yes, he did. He did. Thank
exactly.
you.
But he went to work, though.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
stay
It's a
home.
working day. Isn't it a
But you
working day?
stay, but you stay home. Where's the
Yeah,
flowers?
from
And the
home.
and the and the chocolate. Where's the flour and the chocolate? No.
Too old for
Wow.
that. We too old in our
Seriously?
relationship.
Seriously? No flour,
Yes.
no chocolate?
Don't care for that too much.
Wow.
It's the genuineness in a relationship. It's the way we talk to each other. It's the way that we plan our life together. It's the way that he comes and say, "Yes, another vacation. Yes, other tickets for vacation. Where you want to go?" We don't do flowers and like maybe when we started, many years ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Megan talk. Oh,
it's like what you want to eat for dinner today.
seriously?
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank
Lorena,
you.
Lorena, happy Valentine's Day to you. What? I mean, did you receive your chocolate and flour also?
Yes, I did, sir. Thank you. Happy Valentine's too.
Not do. Why you scared to say it?
No, I'm saying it openly. I received it, but nobody knows who I received it from.
Oh,
No, no, no. We're not asking. We're really not asking, Lorena.
that's
Don't
secret
forget.
talking, Larita.
But anybody can send it, Doc. Your professor can send it. Your teacher can send it. Your colleague can send it.
That's
I
true.
Churchmate
heard
can
that.
send
I
it.
heard that
Yeah.
Diamond send you flower and candy.
Mhm.
But it's
Uh,
okay though. We make it talk all we want to wish Justina, Conan, and everybody else happy Valentine's to you. Again, Dodo Dodo. Listen, I'm in my corner. Florence, Cody, happy Valentine's Day to you, Florence. To all of our females that follow us every day, Bintu Masakwe. Happy to see you, Bintu, and happy Valentine's Day to you. We want to wish you guys well. We hope you are celebrating in grand style. Listen, this is just another day. Wake up in the morning and and just cut it a day. Fatu, Chie, wish you well. This is just another day, Fatu. We go
Oh,
back to old town religion, and cut it a day. I don't know. I don't know what people say. That the Richard
today,
say she got ticket to go back to Africa. You know, God bless you, Dr. Richardson.
then
Well,
I was gonna say that my last babies, they canceled the college canceled today because the Sixers were celebrating in Philadelphia. Can you imagine
that
that?
is six at the Eagles.
The Eagles, there you go. The
Yeah,
Eagles.
they
Yes.
have my son have they likewise, and
Really? I was
yeah.
surprised. The old time religion days, did all of those things. But anyway, the Eagles didn't win during my old time religion days.
No, I understand. Only you can talk about it because you're born in America. I mean, we don't know about what you guys did
Yeah, that's right.
50
You're right.
years.
Whatever you want to say, you're right
I
about
heard
it.
that Snow is celebrating his Valentine's Day with the Chief Justice.
Something I was gonna ask. I want to be nosy a little bit. When you were showing the birthday cakes, someone said, "I wrote it down. You the love of my life. I want to hear birthday cake." I wanted to ask him that question. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. I'm not getting into your
I can't believe you miss it. I can't believe that
no, no,
you
no. But Snow right now as we speak, Snow and the Chief Justice, they're out having
you won't
dinner.
get into that one, but you
I'm
won't
not
get
with her, and I'm my Oma. What do you think? I can talk about her. But right now as we speak, they're having a Valentine's Day dinner right now. The Bomi County Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow and the Chief Justice right now, right now, right now. I can call the hotel, the location, and everything, the restaurant, everything. But I'm not going to do it because of security reason.
thank you.
Right now,
That
yeah.
Lorena said she won't be on the show, said
Uh,
she making Lorena
Lorena,
uncomfortable.
if you get somewhere to go, we'll still do our show.
Lorena got nowhere to be here, but you just talking all that in there.
No, no, no. I'm saying right now, Snow. Right now, as I'm speaking right now, I'm getting videos and
All I
pictures
want to
of
know
Snow.
is when they show his birthday cake, when he went to work that day, it said something, you are the love of my life. I want to know who's sending him cake like that.
I know who sent it though. I know, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay, don't
Uh,
say it.
the person that sent it was Snow's son, mom. You know, she's in Maryland. She always try to get under Snow's skin. So, you know,
Well,
she the one
you
sent
won't
it.
shut my mouth now. I'll just tell you that one right now. That's okay. I don't know anymore.
You bringing it up. You bringing it up.
I'm good. I'm good. That's okay. You don't
Oh,
shut
you
my
do
mouth.
now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you bring it up, I'm going to get into it. James Etta, Yasa, Guido, Kokuro. How you doing, James Etta? It's good to see you. Peter Togba, as always. It's good to see you. Where you joining us from, Peter? It's good to see all of you guys. Been to Jade, Dr. Richardson in Stanton, in the fries / Tabata. I don't know where I've been to.
No, yeah.
In the
We all kind of different to when he started show. I was
Morris,
in show earlier.
Morris Day. And we got Afra Tamba. Afra Tamba say, I would never tell you my secret, CEO. Afra, I know more about you, Afra. Prince Harold Williams. I'm Apostle Prince Harold Williams from Mount Barclay. Apostle Prince Peter Topa. It's always Peter. It's good that you join us.
No, today is Cindy's
Seattle.
birthday.
Huh?
Today she's Cindy's birthday.
Okay, God bless Yusini and her family. Happy birthday, sister Yusini. Jerome D. Toto Toto. Jerome, where you joining us from? Abraham Friday. It's good to have you, Abraham. M. William Cody. I want to know where you guys joining us from. Just don't put your name. Give us location. Seriously, Othello. Othello, is good to have you. Othello Swat. Is watching from where? Eva Kennedy. Ross Draper. Angeline Smith. Angeline Smith, it's good to have you. Primo Warriorless Tools. See somebody named Primo Warriorless. Fumi Masakwe. Fumi Masakwe, where you just, let me hold this because I really want to send, especially our sister, them a nice birthday, a shout out on this day. So let's take a time. Ross Draper is watching from Philadelphia. I don't know Angeline Smith, where you watching from, but it's Ohio, Akron, Ohio. It's good to have you, Sister Angeline. Lincoln Morris, Mass, Worcester, Mass. It's good to have you, Lincoln. Fumi Masakwe, happy Valentine's Day to you, Fumi. Kai Mad Neasin. Good evening, everyone. Where you joining us from? Rachel Ruby Watts. From where? Kingsville. Where is Kingsville? Number 7. All right. Atman Dukley. I'm here, CEO for Nima County, Ganta Poibois. That's good. The man is all the way from Nima County. Atman Hamed Dukley. Lincoln Morris is from Mass. Solamin Swa Sese from Philadelphia. Justinon Cannon, USA Philadelphia. Sofina Major Yabuno. Joining in Cambridge, Mass. Okay, a lot of nice people following us. Maybe the Minnesota people are going to take over. Let's see. I'm rushing from Lexington, Sano County, all the way Lexington. Where you have us from? Lexington, Sano County. Christiana Raleigh, Tali Arena, New Ekan Soap, watching from Germany. Pittman Wright, watching from Chindu, China. Chindu, China. How they can say hello in China? Hello, man. Ni hao. Yeah, ni hao. There you go. Lorena been to China before. She know the full language. Emma Stoba from Minnesota. Minnesota is in the house. Joseph Saye From Kakata, Kak City. Again, from Corwell, we get Jerome Toto. Kuku Reeves. Kuku Reeves, where you joining us from? You say for Musu Kennedy. Musu Kennedy. Hey, God, Musu says, see your mouth can run too much. Don't tell me a story, Musu. Once you didn't tell me a story, I'm not saying anything about you. Good evening, Spoon TV from Dupero, CDC Pope, Success, Keita for Life, Rose City, where you joining us from, Sister Rose, Sam Rennie Siafa, North Dakota Fargo, Whitman Love, Maryland Wilson. I love this station. We love you too, Whitman. Bobby Duplin, watching from where, Bobby? Emmanuel Jackson from Boston. Emmanuel saying hi to all his family members back home. I hope he was able to send you some money for food because Emmanuel got a good job.
I'm Jack Card and Canada for money.
Yeah, Koa Flomo watching from Tuckman City. Lincoln Morris watching from Worcester, Mass. Binta Barito from Minneapolis. It's good to have you. Abraham Way. I'm Abraham Way watching from 72nd Boulevard. I think that's in Monserrato County. Harris Bundo. Happy Valentine's Day to you. See you. I'm watching from Dupero. Ruth Pade. Hey, our sister Ruth Pade. I don't know when I will be able to see her. I love Ruth Pade. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Sister Ruth. Iris Henrys. London, your birthday mate, Miss Harris. It's good to have you. Prince Movie Jacob. What's up, guys? What's up, Prinzo? Peter Coyon. My name is Peter Coyon, watching from Bamatan, Bama District. Baparu. This is Paul Kennedy guy. He watching from Bamatan. The Bama District is from Baparu. Dixon Sealed Liba from Zweju. This man all the way from Jerome Gibson Town, Zweju. Nevada Lasanan True. The best CEO ever. I'm watching from District number 8. Hey, the man watching from Princeton and Akara Street District, Monserrato County. We love you too, my brother, Lasana True. Elijah Johnson. I'm Elijah Johnson joining you guys from Riverside County. Riverside is in the house. I'm watching from Cooper Camp, Nani District, Tiapon River G County, Abraham Friday, all the way River G County, Justin Conan. Watching from Philadelphia, USA. Otero Swa. Otero watching from New Hope, Pennsylvania. New Hope, Pennsylvania. That's a nice place. Jordan Dodo watching from Firestone, Liberia. M. William Cody. I'm watching from Monrovia, Liberia. Sekou Tolata Mohammed Sharif. Good evening to the Spoon family. Good evening to you, Sekou. Somebody's watching from Matadi Single. Fumba Sisi. Fumba Sisi is from Matadi Single. But I can go Matadi, you know that, right? Stephen Salee. Hi, Spoon. I'm watching from Minnesota. It's good to have you. Alfonso Toba. Alfonso watching from Monrovia. Guys, to all of you watching, go on your Facebook. Right now, you're on your Facebook. Just share the show. Listen, when I call your name, share the program. It's going to be a great program today. We got new information coming up. But I can say to you, if you agree, I think to solve this problem in the House of Representatives, Dr. Richardson, I'm saying to the nation and I'm saying to all the people they should have a new election, speaker election. I think this will solve the problem. This will erase all the wahala. I do believe we have an illegal speaker. And I think when they're having a new election, Fonati Kofa should step down, he should resign, he shouldn't run, and it should just be open. And listen, we're going to discuss it tonight. We got a lot of information, something new is coming up. You heard about Emma Glasgow suspension. We know that they're going to suspend Jacinta Winton. We'll talk about it again. We know, therefore, what is happening at the court. Those that were charged for housing, something is happening. Fire situation. Now the justice minister got to step in because the judge saying, listen, I can take this. Now, on the international front, do you know that some people were in Liberia investigating secretly about the whole mess, and it went as far as to the National Security Agency, NSA, to investigate about this torture? They said that they torture people. And if people want to know, how can this government torture people? Seriously. So the American people send people in Liberia to open their own investigation. The international community, they are concerned. So we will be bringing you that news. We will be talking about a lot of stuff happening in the country on a beautiful Friday. You know, the president is not in the country, right? President Joseph Yimabwaga is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, about a AU, I call it the African Summit, right? Or something. Yeah, something about summit. Yeah, he's there. We'll read it to you again. And he went by way of Ethiopian Airlines. That's good for the president. He didn't take private jet this time around. It also means that he will never take private jet. We're going to investigate that. But have you also realized that Mo Ali and the Unity Party leadership, the letter is very important that we have to discuss today. That the road to the LDCC, very important. We have to discuss it today. They're trying to push the president to take action. And action on Unity Partisan that is involved in massive corruption. So a lot of stuff happening. And then we'll hear from you. We're going to hear from you. Some new information coming up again about this and that. It's just too much information. Too much information. I don't know where you are, Dr. Richardson, but I'm feeling very good, though I'm hungry a little bit. But I'm feeling very good, Dr. Richardson. I've been very busy, you know, like always. We are grateful to go. And Bill Carson, if you didn't share the show, though, then don't stay on. You have to share the show. Sylvester Neil Kulu, share the show. Augustine Gonga from Liberia, share the show. Hawa Boya, Hawa, it's good to see you from Magibi. Pierre Campbell, it's good to see you. Sister Pierre is always from Atlanta, Georgia. Share the show. I love when you gave us the Fry CEO from Minnesota. Seta Hammer is in Minnesota. Margaret Bala is always good from Kokata. What's that? Where is Kokata? I don't know. They say Kakata, they say Ko. Yeah, they say Kakata. Okay, maybe I'm blind. I think they say Kakata. All right, you said something. Somebody is from Germany is watching. Leroy Johnson, stand on where your man Asido. Asido need to declare his asset. Asido, you gotta come declare your asset though. People are interesting, man. Asido declare your asset. Only one thing I would be on it, you gotta tell the people truck. Ain't no the old truck the man took and Ko Banga say, we coming for our truck. Ko Banga don't want to come for that truck. There's another way. Let me mind my business. There's a video out there I wanted to show, but I wish. But Darren Richardson, man, what say you? We got 3 more minutes to start the show. I want to say we'll be having an interesting program today. The guys are coming on. We will take your phone calls. We'll start the show, and we will be in Zigo. I see you guys declare. I said, man, don't give a hard time in the chat room. Richardson, were you looking for me? You asked me where I am. I'm here, Dr. Richardson.
Well, it was before the show started. I was just wondering where everybody was because you guys were running late. But you know, today is going good. I'm a little tired today. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, yesterday I had an interesting kind of weird experience on the show. We're talking, Mr. Kona was talking, and he was kind of making us feel like as a driver in the country that you're very important. And I want Mr. Kona, yesterday he was one of the guests on the show. He was the driver. But I want Mr. Kona to know, as a driver, the janitor, the sweeper, the cleaners, that he's very well appreciated along with all of those who have called. Usually I find when I go to an establishment to work, and even at my current establishment, the people that you need to know are those people who are the drivers, the sweepers, the cleaners, the janitors. Because if you want to know anything about the organization, those are the people you need to talk to. So I value the role that he plays at his organization, as well as the janitors for different organizations, the cleaners, the sweepers, the house people, So I wanted to just put that out there, that I do value the rules. We cannot function without our administrative assistant in our office. She's like the heart of our organization. She keeps us together. So I just wanted to put that out there. um, I had another thought about corruption. A lot of times people think corruption is stealing money, because we're talking about different contracts, how they're awarded. Do they have proper bidding? Did the people who got those awards, were they capable, competent to do the job? Sometimes when we talk about corruption, it's not just about stealing money, it's also how the person who's in authority is abusing their power. If you have to do abusing your power, like if you have to do a job, like if you have to select contracts, you have to make sure that those contracts are meeting whatever standard that your organization set. You got to make sure that you're doing the best. You don't want you corrupt or you abuse power. That means you picking and choosing, you selecting. You're not effective in the way how you are using your power, and that's a form of corruption, because when you don't use your power effectively, you allow the Liberian government or whatever institution you're a part of to somewhat spend in ineffective, inefficient way. Like if I, at my institution, if they, I have petty cash, if I use the petty cash in if I buy from high end stores, like in this country, um, when I could have gotten something, I could have purchased something from Target or whatever. Target is one of the medium end stores in this country. I'm not spending the money of the organization effectively, okay, because I'm using it at a high end store when I could have gotten it for cheaper and the same product of good quality. So that's kind of what I just wanted to share about. Corruption is also abuse of power, it's abuse of your own discretion, the abuse of using your discretion in the best way. So that's what I wanted to add, Stanton, to the conversation. So that's my opening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. It's always good to ask something. What is happening today? It was kind of too quiet in Liberia today. Quiet on the news front. What's new, Lorena? Well, what can you give us?
So different things happen across the country, but mostly today people just kind of celebrating Valentine. But we have this story where the health minister and the education minister, were denying that they were suspended over the assets declaration. That's one of the trending stories in the country today. And they are saying that they did declare the assets from the beginning, as they were told within the time frame. And so that's one of the trending stories there, as you are aware already of how many, close to 457
I'm sorry.
abandoned.
Can you turn the phone off? The feedback is the phone
Oh,
line.
and all the phones are off.
Are they
All the
off?
phones
Off? Like okay, we're getting some of bad feedback. That's why when you're speaking.
are
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Go ahead. I know you're fixing.
Yeah. So that's one of those things that is trending here in Liberia. And of course, yesterday the NAFA boss was suspended. He has been discussed in different corners and sectors of the country as well. Everybody talking about it, and some of our audience, those that follow Spoon, and on different shows, they're also asking, why is it that it is the females in government that are being more corrupt than the men? We always sample their views. And now it's like they are saying that they shouldn't employ women in government, which is not right. But they are complaining over the fact that women are the ones that are being more corrupt than the guys.
Okay.
And
So
of
what's the
course,
next one?
yeah,
Then after NAFA, who going to next?
they were talking about Swakoko too as well, and somebody said they don't want Swakoko to come back. The president shouldn't bring her back as well. And that more people are hailing the president for suspending, most of those government officials that didn't declare their assets.
Were they actually suspended though? Dr. Richardson, were they suspended? It's just a slap on the wrist, right, Dr. Richardson? I don't know whether, again, I don't know whether this is serious suspension. What do you think, Dr. Richardson?
Well, I've been hearing that once the president suspends you, that means that you're not coming back. So that's what we've been hearing, right? Um, but yeah, you're right. Should it be a suspension or should it be a dismissal? That's the question. If you use the government's money inappropriately or you didn't use your good discretion, should you be dismissed? When it's suspended, when you come back, what you do again? Will you learn from your suspension, or would it be worse? I know you probably listening out for the feedback.
I'm not. What I'm saying is that the president said, "Listen, I told you guys to declare your answer. I gave you the first warning, the
Mhm.
second warning, and people, being stubborn, they have not declared the asset. So therefore, don't come back till you declare your asset over with 1 month, and thereafter, maybe the president want to let them go permanently." But
Well,
my question is seriously, is this the form of disciplinary action that do you think you're going to resonate the people would take seriously? Are this suspended? Because, like, seriously, today, since the president gave the announcement, some of the guys they went to work. When the suspension started, I mean, they went to work. And that's where we are. So if you have to go to work, though the president say you're suspended, then are this really taking the president suspension seriously?
so they disrespected the president's order and went to work. Wow, that's some.
I,
That's
I I mean, I put the guys out. I said go check, and people say, you know what, and, the guys then saying that someone else said we declared our rights, said we have to. I mean, was it done properly? The suspension, Dr. Richie said.
well, yes. If you're gonna take a government's job, if you're gonna be a public servant, should they be begging you to declare your asset? What?
It's not my question.
Well,
My
I'm just
question
saying,
is, was
have
the
it.
suspension done properly? When the president say if you didn't, now you are suspended. You think the executive mansion organized this well? Because we're talking about over 400 some more individuals, Dr. Richie. See?
You know, there were some mistakes made. I mean, on that list, I think many people have been, questioning and asking. On the list, they put some people name who were joking, who were dead, and who were wrong. But my opinion is, if you are asked to serve your country and okay, that you are supposed to report your assets, why would you not have that ready when you go in, or even before you go for confirmation, to show the Liberian people there's a reason why they say that you have to declare your asset? The reason is we want to know what you came with when you got into power. So when you're leaving, because our country is so known for corruption, that you won't be living with the kitchen sink. Everything else will the kid plus the kitchen sink. Okay? Which is very, very common in our country. We want to make sure that you leave with what is yours, not what is the Liberian people's money. So to me, if they call anyone to declare the asset, if they call you, by the time they say upon you, that should be the first thing on your checklist. Let me get my asset declared. So maybe there's something in the asset declaration that people don't know how to complete. They don't know how to do it. So we need to find out what's clearing them from declaring the asset. Why they're not clearing it?
What Dr. Richie say? I'm not going to worry about it. Just it's simple.
I
If
don't
you
know
don't know,
why.
if you don't know how to declare your asset, go to the LDCC or the GSA. They will help you. I'm not
Okay,
talking about that, right?
that's good.
Well, it's very clear. And then we have Zoe, Alexandra Zoe, and, she was speaking on the same thing. If you need help, go to LDCC. They are willing to help you. That's unique. People just been stubborn, insubordination. They really just don't care. Yes, my question, Paul Kennedy. Welcome to the show. Do you think it was
I'm
done correctly? The
quite correct.
suspension. Do you think the suspension was done properly? Because people are confused. You got people on the international front. Are they going back home, or they will just chill where they are, and till the 1 month is over, or will they go back and do the proper documentation of the asset recovery, or are they now going to go where you think it was stay in Europe or stay in America and get that done? I mean, the whole thing about suspension, Gloria Muslim Scott, suspension, Louis Brown, suspension, Ambassador Conte, suspension, Ali Salah, suspension, Appiton, everybody, I mean, over 400. Do you think it was done correctly, Paul Kennedy?
Thank you very much, Stanton. Happy Valentine to all of our viewers and to our sister Lorena. Thank you for all the hard work you do for Spoon. And all those Spoon people we ain't get, man. We say happy Valentine to y'all. The men that we ain't get woman. We know the love in your eye, but you make it. As far as the issue of asset declaration and the mass suspension, I mean, we had this conversation on the first day. The suspension notice came out from the president, I mean, from the LACC office. Look, Sandra, suspending 450 persons at the same time from the same work line is a problem, right? But it's done already. What could we do as a country to have it not to be repeated? Let's look at the declaration law. I mean, the code of conduct that speaks towards declaration of assets. Like Dr. Francine said, the most appropriate way to do it would be to have the appointed government officials. Once you are appointed, because you just don't get appointed and come to work the same day. Sometimes they appoint them 2-3 weeks, even to a month. They are sitting there, just trying to onboard them and have them starting work. So in that period, for those who have to be confirmed, before you go to the confirmation hearing, you should already have processed your asset declaration, right? I think it's about 5 pages of a form. When I ran for Senate, I had to declare my asset. It's a basic common language. Where were you employed? How much have you made? What do you have in property value? It's simple. If you ever to do it, they got civil society organizations all around. They got Center, they got NAMOD, or you can go to GSA or LACC, for instance. Those places will help you to guide you into what you need to put on your office, I mean, on your declaration. So as far as the question is whether it was done rightly, well, Stanton, the president of Liberia has no limitation as far as when they suspend or fire people in honor our laws. In fact, they tell you clearly you serve at the will and pleasure of the president, right? One thing they didn't include was to the well-being of the people. I think it's just not to the will and pleasure, but you should also do it right so that your people benefit. So the president has the right under the Constitution to fire you or suspend you at any time for
Well,
any
we are not
reason.
saying he
that
doesn't,
is
Paul Kennedy. Nobody, everybody yet know the president has the right. My question remains the same. Was the suspension done correctly from the executive mansion to the LUCC? Was it properly done? That's my question. I know the president has the right to fire. I'm not questioning that.
I think, Clinton, there was some confusion. There was some confusion in the process because we saw a list coming from LACC. Then we saw the president office. I mean the press secretary calling LACC to go back and update the list so that it is it reflects reality. So there are definitely some lapses. There was some confusion in the list, but whether it was done appropriately.
So then I will ask you the next question. We believe that the president, he means well, but let's just go further a little bit before Isaiah and Conagray jump in. Paul,
sure.
When do these people think? When are they going back? Will they get another general letter to say now you finish your paperwork, come back to work, or Paul? There's even bigger confusion here. You suspended all of them massively.
457.
And now, now do your LDCC. So each time they submit the declaration, they have to take that to who and say, "Oh, I'm done. Oh, can I go back to work now?" So I want to tap into that, and we have to help Liberia understand. Yeah,
right. I think there should be an internal memo at all of the agencies, and so you are right, Stanton. There's going to be a big confusion on at what time limit because everyone will not complete the assets process in the same time. There'll be some people who've already completed theirs, and some people will take 2-3 weeks. Some people will not even the 457 folks that were suspended. You will find some people in a month time will still be looking around trying to process their verification, their asset form.
But
So
as we hear report real quick, we are hearing that some of these people went back to work. So the person, listen,
because
I'm not suspended.
they finish their own.
It's no. It means that they are angry that they are not suspended. They have submitted the document, but the LSCC were in error. We reached out to the executive mansion. The executive mansion posted and said, well, the LSCC have to update the list. But here we are again, though. After I know Paul Kennedy submitted his document, it is clear who Paul Kennedy going to now to say, Mr. President suspended me, but yet me are coming back to work. And but anyway, thank you, Paul. Thank you.
The question we should be asking though is what's the limitation to the suspension? Did they say you are suspended for 90 days, for 100 days, for 6 weeks?
They say 1 month, Paul. It's on the executive mansion website. They say 1 month.
So that 1 month, after the 1 month, if you complete your verification within a month, I think you wait with a 1 month time lapse.
So now you get the confusion. Let me bring in Asido. Welcome to the show, Honorable Gray. Asido, forget that you're sedition, forget that you're UPACE. Just let's speak on the common sense aspect of this whole thing, right? The president came out, it's on BBC, it's on Bloomberg, it's all over internationally. President Joseph Yemabwaka, Republic of Liberia, massively suspended over 400 individuals of the government. Hey, I just did my LDCC. Am I allowed to go to work now? Or am I serving my suspension? And later on go back to the executive mansion and say, you see, I did the job. Oh, can I go back to work now? Or with the president? I mean, talk to me, Isaac. It's kind of confusing of me, man.
So hi to everyone, and nothing like you said, forget the CDC, forget the UP or ANC thing. I mean, you are writing to this, and you are asking all the questions that anyone should be asking. So let me say this: when the before suspension came out, Eugene Fagon say he already filed. Was he suspended? Was he not suspended? Who does he go to? The Minister of Education said she had already declared her asset. Was she suspended? Was she not suspended? Who does she go to? Like, take for example, I didn't declare. And after the suspension thing came up, I went the next day and declared. Who do I go to? Do I go to the Ministry of Health to tell them say, oh, I already declared now? Or do I go to Grace Pay? Or do I go to EDC? Who do I go to? What happens? So now if I were to ask who is suspended, who is not suspended as of today, those who declared but names were only, are they suspended or not? Those who did declare and declare the next day, are they suspended or not? Who do they go to? Even if the whole thing finished, the president will come back and say, okay, everybody come back. Like, what is what? I mean, you will understand that it is so confusing. I'm not sure exactly. That's one of the reasons why I was even asking, and we saw CSA now taking charge of being the one enforcing or as a declaration, which is so strange in our country. So now
we should go to the CSA issue for a bit, right? Let's go there. Listen, people getting the message that I say, I beg you, let me stick with you a little bit. It's only important for us to ask this question, right? The president, to me, he really want to fight corruption, but I think with some limitation, and we will get to it though. How can President Bwaga say, I have suspended over 400 individuals for 1 month? Alorina, can you upload the executive mansion suspension on this asset recovery? We're going to read the letter. It's a quiet Valentine's Day Friday. Share the show, folks. Dodo. I'm not saying to show on your Facebook something. You have to share it. Dodo. Or book out Woluba. You got to share the kissy. Just share the show, please. But here we are, Isaac. There will be no way that today I'm done with my asset declaration. I want to LDCC. Am I going back to work or am I still suspended? Now, the president said they are all suspended. People say, no, I declared my asset, so what? Now they are saying I have declared my asset 3-4 weeks ago, I did. Doesn't mean that then you are not suspended, though your name is on the list, though. And after the
So
1 month, the president will just wave a magic wand, ooh, and everybody now can be back. When the president send a declaration and say, hey, everybody come back to work, I mean, it's kind of,
right,
we will open the phone line though, but it's
right.
kind of like, it's kind of like not too
And,
clear.
and
Because
just to
I have
end,
spoken to a lot of people, right? They just stand on something didn't go right. Ask to talk to me.
yeah, and just to end, as you were saying, what's about all of those who are also overseas, ambassadors and other people, diplomatic persons, who got things to do, who got meetings? Are they suspended there? Will they attend those meetings? Do they have all night? Are they going to come Liberia before go back? What happens? But I wanted to end on this. Paul, you said something that I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. You know, we need to look at also ways to make it better. As a declaration is a good thing. Now, I am not sure asset declaration should be looked at before going for confirmation. Yes, why? It is very possible that the senators will reject your confirmation, at which time you will not be a government official. So, in my mind, the first thing the president does is to nominate you. Then the second thing is to go for appointment. After the appointment, then the president appoints you. So, in my thinking, after your confirmation, before the president appoints you as a government official, you need to take along with you that confirmation of asset being declared from LSCC to the executive mansion, based on which you are then giving your appointment letter. I think with that, the system will be enhanced a little bit, and you will be sure that everyone that receives appointment letter, they declare asset, and that photocopy of that form is attached to their letter that is in their file. Then you are sure. But before confirmation, what if you are rejected? What if you are not confirmed? What happens? Or even after you've been confirmed, what if the president decides not to appoint you? Like was done in the case of, or how you call him, the guy from ELBC, or former ELBC, I just forget his name, my brother,
Suburb.
General Gray, please remind me.
I think they call him
George.
Suburb.
So what happens in that case? You know, he was confirmed, but then he was not appointed because he didn't get a letter. So is he also a government official? No. So I think after confirmation, before the appointment letter, right in that period, you need to present that a receipt of asset being declared from LSCC for the president to give you it. I think with that one, you can be sure. But as of now, the whole suspension thing, the question that there is so plain now when you asking it, you will sleep because nobody knows who or what is
Thank
what.
you very much.
As a 30, just 30
Colonel Gray.
seconds to 30
Colonel
seconds
Gray,
to
right quick.
Isaac.
Colonel Gray, right quick, Paul, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. Respond. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You know, Stanton.
Akara, thank
Colonel Gray,
you.
wait 1 minute. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, so Isaac, when you go to look for a job, they ask you to submit your credentials. When they have interest in you, they ask you to send references. They ask you to send all kinds of things. Once the job has some interest in you, you submit your credential. It's the same as submitting your asset, because they have to verify whether you say you got $400,000 in the bank. Those are things they need to verify before they give you the job. So if you are saying that you give you the job before they
No, but
verify
you
those
cannot
things,
do you cannot do background checks, but you cannot do background checks in submitting a document.
it depends who's employing you,
Right.
man.
But you cannot do background test in submitting a document. You can do background test after you are preliminary be hired before taking on the job. So as a
Not
declaration is like
necessarily.
background
Some
check.
job will not
That's
hire
what I'm
you.
saying.
Let's
It
bring
is
in.
good
Let's
to
bring
have
in.
some information once the senator
Exactly.
confirm
Some
you
people
before the president appoints
some
you
job
in
will
that
only
period.
appoint you if your references check correct.
So let's bring in Colonel Gray. Colonel Gray, welcome to the show. Let's talk about this asset declaration.
Thank you very much. You know, elementary, just
Colonel
short.
Gray, Colonel Gray, Honorable Gray, just let me bring in Ed, please.
Yes, Stanton. I don't see what's complicated about this. The president gave a direct order. All the people are reneged. If your name is among those who are suspended, it means you fall within that category. And if the suspension period is for a month, within that month, if you have not met the criteria of submitting your your asset or declare your asset, it means you don't it's an open declaration that you don't want the job. So clearly, nothing goes on until that 1 month is elapsed. But haven't you been for a job and then when you get the job, then they say bring police clearance? Take this as one of those. So if you don't bring it, and you know how the president will coordinate it, I guess the LACC will have to furnish the president with those who have among the list, those who have met the criteria of submitting their asset. This is a simple process. People love to be like turtle. You have to put fire on their back before they can move. You see some people are saying that, oh, I submitted mine before yesterday, long time ago. Look, those are all window dressing. If you had submitted yours long time ago, would have been there. You would not have been among the 400. So that in itself is not truthful. If you found yourself within that category, it means you have been scrutinized and found not to have met that criteria. So if you want your job, you run after it. People who are abroad, definitely they have a channel through which they transmit their information with the executive. They will find a way to send out I mean, if your employment is conditional based on that, you're gonna run after it. People will leave everything they have to do to go run after that stuff. That's why human being. That's why I say enforce the law. People will follow. When you lax,
Let me ask you a question, Colin Gray.
yeah.
Colin Gray, let me ask you a question. People that are saying, "Oh, I submitted my asset declaration." What say you? Now the president have to do another letter and said, "Okay, then we're taking your name off the list. You already did, and LCC made a mistake, so you are not suspended." Can you help me, Colin Gray?
Well, if you submitted your asset, if you declare your asset earlier, you understand, and the president, is not aware of that, or maybe individuals who are handling those protocols are not aware of it, it means you have not submitted. So go back and do it. But unfortunately for you, fall within that category. You fall within that category.
So now you are saying people that have submitted a document, right?
If you have submitted, your name should not be there.
But then you're coming back to what we are saying about the confusion, Colonel Gray,
Let
There's
me
no
right?
let me
confusion, my brother.
Colonel Gray, let me give me the chance to ask my
Go ahead,
question,
go ahead, go ahead.
please. So that's the confusion right there. People are the education minister, the minister of health. People are saying we submitted our asset declaration. LCC is saying your name is on the list. The president said they are suspended. Couldn't agree. Our guys went out, and these people that's supposed to be suspended, they stay at the ministry working. Based on the fact that they said we submitted our declaration and we believe that we shouldn't be suspended, so they went back to work. Are
No,
they are they now practicing insubordination? Couldn't agree.
no, they are working at their own peril because they will not get paid. You remember the president said
But
they were supposed
it's not an insubordination.
oh
They stay at the ministry though.
uh, my brother, the thing about it is it comes with consequence. So if you want to go work for free, fine. But if you don't want to serve the suspension, sometimes it may lead to something else. But I don't think that the president's intention is to fire people. You understand? Sometimes you have to take the soft way, but
So
that
it comes
soft
back
way
to the
is why
question:
people
Was
are
it
not
done? Was
complying.
it done properly? Couldn't agree. Was the whole suspension
There was
thing
no proper or
through
improper
the
way to do
LCC
this.
done properly?
There was no proper or improper. You just needed to create that sense of urgency so that
Okay,
people can
thank you.
attach some importance to it. And I think this is what this process has done. People
Thank you very
will
much.
run like hell
The
to make sure
honorable,
they
the
meet that
honorable
criteria.
Moses Akari is great. You told your own, I told my own, and we'll continue with the show. Honorable Great though, because we speak to a lot of different people in government and outside of government, our people are saying this whole thing was a fiasco. Not that the president suspended them was a fiasco, but the process, the way in which it was done, make it to be a fiasco. When you have people still going back to work, and challenge you and say, no, I am not suspended. Who should tell you that you are not suspended? The president openly said you are suspended. But you're going back to work and say, I am not suspended. Talk to me and welcome to the show.
I think, yeah, basically, yeah, good evening to all again, and happy Valentine to everyone, especially my dearest sister. I, the law is clear. The law says under section 2H, article 2H of the Code of Conduct, the amended version, I, you remain suspended until compliance is obtained. So this means that when the president can suspend you, you can go and declare your assets, and you get the receipt. There's a document that we give to you once you declare your assets, and you can go back to work. Because let me read exactly what the law says. It says, H says, an official appointed by the president shall declare his or her assets not later than 30 days after appointment. Failure to comply shall result into immediate suspension from office until full compliance is obtained. Once you don't comply, it's immediate suspension until full compliance is obtained. So the suspension basically is for compliance purposes. If you don't comply, you don't go to work. But if you comply, then you go back to work. That's the law.
So now, if you comply, you can just walk to work. The president does not need to unsuspend you.
Maybe by protocol, they don't have to be notified that you have complied. Maybe, or you take your compliance letter to the president.
So, Stanton, I think the manner in which the letter was written,
Yeah.
that error in
No, the press release, basically, I think that she said with the press release or rating, had they quoted the provision of the Code of Conduct that says, okay, once you comply, come to the press secretary or the minister of state. Let me just say the minister of state and present the document of compliance, because they will usually give you a document of compliance once you declare your assets. So once you bring it to the minister of state and he acknowledges it, you go back to work. I think it's just a matter of the press release, the way we're rating, and probably they didn't look at the law. They just say suspend them, and the president went and suspended the people, and not knowing that the law says once you comply, automatically you can resume your responsibility.
But Honorable Gray, thank you for reading the law. It says within 30 days from your appointment, though.
As of
If the president
appointment.
if the president acting within the time frame, it's over
No,
30 days.
what I said, the first time we had a discussion, I said the president action is belated.
Okay.
Because many of the people did not declare their answers within 30 days. So automatically you are suspended within 30 days as of appointment. 30 days as of appointment. Yeah.
The thing, why I'm laughing here, because the whole thing is a fiasco, right? The president really want to take action. The president really want to do something, right? But I think the people that the president have assigned these kind of things, so they mess up. There'll be no way. That poor candidate feeling right here is going
Yeah,
to
I think
declare
they did it
himself.
more of a public relations stunt than obtaining the objective of the suspension. Yeah, just for PR's sake, the president suspended people, they ought to run with it because they didn't declare their assets.
And the people that are jumping around and saying that, well, I'm not suspended, I'm going back to work.
Yeah, but
so then, is that insubordination now to the president? Because the president have not cleared you yet, but you're going back to work.
Insubordination, I will say why. Once the LSCC has said that, even if the LSCC aired and said you are suspended, where you need to go is just to go back to the LSCC and notify the LSCC, look, man, I declare my assets, this is the document, or go to the Minister of State and say, I declare my assets, though my name is on the list, so that they can clear you. It's just a matter of giving you a clearance that actually you did declare your assets.
And now you're coming to my point, Dr. Richard said. Some way, somehow, people are still being disrespectful to Joseph Himapwaka.
I agree with you. That's what I said.
Some way, somehow, Dr. Richard said, people are still feeling within themselves, I don't need to listen to the president. Let's say if the executive marshal made an error and LDCC is in error, you just don't go back to work.
That's true.
The president words, when he speaks, right, it comes with that massive authority. How dare you to say I will go back to work? because LCC made a mistake. And my brother, Conor Gray, saying, well, they just, Conor Gray, one of those parents that love his daughter so much, she never, even if the man crying, Conor Gray will say, leave the girl alone. My daughter ain't do no wrong. Because he loves his daughter. Like me, I will end up walking away because I don't even want to get argument between Aliyah and her mom.
The president has already said you go 1 month pay. That's punishment.
They said 1 month pay?
Yeah.
You're
suspended with up pay.
Suspended with
up pay. But Conor Gray, let me say this to you, right? And here's the problem. These guys, they are the managers, they are the directors, they are the president within their own entity and ministry. Guess what happened? They'll know how to circumvent that issue. But the mere fact that you're going to work, even though the president says you are suspended, that's insubordination. That's not right.
Yeah, but you just need to go and clear up with the Minister of State, and then you will not go for 1 month with up pay. Once you go to the Minister of State by the protocol, you clear, or you say, look, I mean, actually, this is what I have from the LCC, but probably they made a mistake and put money. It's a matter of protocol, going through the protocol. Okay, but once they don't,
but you don't go back. People are disrespecting the president. Period. They have no regard for the president. Most of them, because they feel so angry. They are feel so angry. What my name do on the list? They're blaming Alexander Zoe.
It's not good for their public relation out there that you are suspended.
Exactly, and they're blaming Alexander Zoe. But let's bring in, yes, sir.
Mutual respect. If you're disrespecting the president, you're also disrespecting yourself. They say don't go to work until you fulfill that obligation. If you go to work, you mean disrespecting yourself. I mean, what happens?
I'm assuming that you stay long in America, yeah. So that military thing sometimes where you
but I want to disagree. I want to disagree on the disrespecting, though. I don't think it's a deliberate disrespect. I think it's a confusion that is leading them to be non-compliant. The first thing the law says within 30 days. So the 30 days can pass. Nobody asked them to get their assets, register. So they were working scot-free.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Let me correct you. November, the president came out with a statement. The president came out with a statement reminding them again and said, go and declare your asset. This is your final warning. So don't say nobody told. They were told, Paul.
So for me, my question is,
I just interrupted him. That John King feeling. Go ahead.
Yeah, so stand up. We don't want to speculate. We want to ask: are they actually going back to work without getting the clearance and submitting it? Because, for example, if you went to school, the teacher pull you outside and say, "Go for your school fee not pay." If you pay your school fee, where do you run? You run to the registrar office and say, listen, I'm in class and the teacher put me out. The teacher say, I've not paid my school fee. Can you give me clearance to go to the teacher? The registrar say, oh, Paul Kennedy, you pay your school fee. Here's your clearance. You carry that clearance back to the teacher. The teacher say you're in class. But if you didn't pay at all for real, then you go outside. Now, the question is, are these people going back to work? Can we verify or validate that they are actually going back to work?
I'm telling you, my guys were out there that are going back to work. Then you still need to verify. I'm not leaving, man. We even called one of the guys. We called one of them drinking. I get a kid.
First, happy Valentine's Day, Lindy. How you doing?
If I'm having a party, I say stand up.
I'm good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Concrete will talk to you.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies.
So, and happy Valentine's to everybody out there. Happy birthday to Yesenia Martin.
How many times you say this thing? Can we do the show where you're sitting birthday greeting and you're happy Valentine's?
They recognize it first, so let me say it again. But anyway, the question that I have about this suspension. So you don't pay any consequences for not obeying the president because the president have to remind you. So if you just go and bring a paper and show it, then you can go back to work. You don't pay consequences for being insubordinate. That's my question that I have to.
And listen, let me say this, right? And I love when people say that they want to push a fire. No, I just don't want to push a fire. I hate the insubordination. I saw some of the guys today in those ministry and other places, and they are on the book to be suspended. And you want to listen to President Barker? Is that a slower suspension, undercover suspension? I mean, it's a disgrace. If you are suspended, till the president can come out and say you are not suspended or you are all called back to work, Glenny, that's a problem. They are suspended. If there's any way they fell within themselves, their names were on those documents illegally or by mistake, well, we can have those conversations. But the list over 400. And how are you going to call them back? So they were suspended 2 days ago. Like for example, on the 12th, Glenny. So by March 12th, they all should be called back if they have submitted their declaration. So the person will come back again with another executive management release and say, oh, you'll come back to work. That's it. But Glenny, it's good to see you. Like Dr. Richardson said, I know, Glenny, one of your children can give Valentine's Day gift. We appreciate them. There's nothing else to have. So on behalf of everyone on this show that are married, we put our words together and say happy Valentine's Day to you, Glenny.
Thank you. The best gift I can have is from my children. I love it. My daughter Akim, she finished placarding plenty gifts on my bed. I love that. Thank you so much. All my children.
That is sorry for that. Sorry for them.
It's a good tip for me. I mean peace. I mean peace.
Don't wrong that me actually. Don't
nothing came out of the trip you took.
Nothing. She said she didn't like the man. The man spent all his money. The man spent all his money. She came. She said.
So the trip you went home. The
man spent all his money, my man. First class ticket, everything. Glenny came out. She was calling me yesterday. I said, Glenny, how was it? He said, let that man go. Welcome to the show, my sister. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
I see why my sister not wearing red.
I said, you got me this, let's go.
The guy didn't make it. He tried. He didn't make it.
Paul representing for us today.
Yeah,
thank you.
They're loving the guy, but no way.
That's the reason you think we are not seeing it red in your ear. You think how big you are.
I know, right?
That originally no love. Now no love.
But Lenny, let's hear you while we celebrate this Valentine's Day. You know, we got plenty conversation, Glenny. But I felt bad when I saw some of them running around and arguing that they are now suspended. You think they are in the right position to say they are not suspended because some of their arguments are listed, we submitted our asset declaration, maybe LCC made a mistake, but over 400, of those employed under this administration. What say you, Glenny?
So I think it's a very large number of people to suspend. I hope there's a contingency planned for those people who the different positions they were in, who's going to continue the work. I'm also hoping that we don't know what the instructions to LSCC was from the president, that maybe if they turn in their stuff, they can return to work until we know the specifics. Then we can say, they should wait for a pronouncement. But I don't know if President Boycott said I would suspend them pending their presentation of their assets, or if he didn't say that, we don't know that. So as it seems, I'm just hoping that there is a contingency plan because there are some ministers that were suspended. So who's stepping into those ministerial positions where you have a minister was suspended because they didn't turn in their assets, so they didn't declare their assets. I mean, as it seems, it's a large number that, like I said yesterday, I hope there's a plan that President Boycott, yes, of course, is stark disobedience. And I think Paul mentioned that if they were supposed to declare the asset within 30 days after they were hired, maybe then what they need to do now is to put a plan in place that if you want people to declare their assets, then it should not be confirmed until they do that. Whether the law calls for it or not, that could be a requirement for a position that you need to make sure that you declare. But to wait almost a year later and suspend on 480 people, that's a lot, and we don't know what the plan is or how they're going to return. Some people yesterday, we saw pictures yesterday of people going and declaring their assets. So is that sufficient to say you are suspended, predicated upon you turning in? I don't know. It just doesn't look.
Yeah, that's what it says. Glad the judgment just recently what executive mansion made a bit of clarity. That'd be fair to them. They say you are suspended for a period of 1 month with all pay or until they submit the required declarations.
That's what I'm saying. So once they've done it, and thank you,
That's the third paragraph of the
once they've
press
done
release.
that, it means that they've met the
No, but
requirement.
that's even more of a question. So it means even if you do your declaration within 1 month, you are still suspended for 1 month. But if you don't do it within 1 month, you remain suspended until you do it. Which one is which?
Yeah,
It said that
no,
after you
that's
declare
why it
today,
said.
tomorrow you are not
It said you are
suspended,
suspended 1 month with
you
all
must be
pay.
suspended for 1 month,
Or
no matter if you do or do. Which one is which?
with no, you are suspended 1 month with all pay automatically.
If
And you
check,
remain suspended until
So everybody suspended 1
make
month,
the
no pay.
declaration.
So everybody will not get paid for 1 month, but whether
Right. So it means
within a month
everybody
you declare
suspended
your
for 1
asset,
month. They will
you
not
can
take
go
pay for
back to
1 month.
work, but you still won't get paid.
Yeah, that's what they said. You are suspended for 1 month or until.
Then why
It's
go?
not
All right, so
saying
we're
it's
gonna make progress.
which
We're
one is
gonna
which.
move
The
on,
aim of
and
it
that's
is
exactly why we are having this conversation.
The people that
Because
check
when
it, like,
people
they
call
got
me,
two options.
when people
rescue
call
us.
me, they got you take it, you win, you take it, you lost,
Yeah.
right? You know that what I said.
That
Oh
check
man,
it, you
saying
say you are suspended for 1 month
well,
or until.
call it great, but that's what I'm saying. You take it, you win, you take it, you lost, because that's what happening. There'll be no way in
You
which,
did
right?
that white card loss.
Yeah, white card and a black card. Listen, the
My
president,
man play
I
that
think he
thing right
really
there,
tried.
again.
My
He
man, you
really
know
tried.
that.
He
I was
really
saying
tried
for
to do
order.
something. But again, I want to say when you have a Paul Kennedy talking about if you didn't pay a school fee, Paul Kennedy never paid a school fee in Wellstone. That's why they gave him scholarship. He begged eating a school fee, and here we are today. You
I
can go
beg
ask
you, man.
Mr. Bowman, may so rest in peace, Mr. Myers, and all of them. Paul Kennedy know very well he didn't pay his school fee.
My man,
But
listen,
guys,
that
welcome
school
to
joke
the
I did
show.
in your school.
Welcome to the show. We're going to have fun today. Happy Valentine's to all of you. Gladys, Kabat, happy Valentine's to you, my sister. We wish you guys well. Again, we will be here just up to the time we usually here to have fun. Let me ask you guys this other question. I'm going to come to you, Representative Gray. There's a big issue in the House of Representatives. How do you think, for the sake of unity and peace, they should be resolved? You're a former lawmaker. Musa Belete is going home with 27 men and women, saying we will not even sit. I think they are having a meeting this weekend. They are going to have their own separate quorum or section. They're going to say, listen, the Supreme Court didn't recognize you, Richie Kuhn. You are illegal speaker. I know you passed the budget. I know you're working with the executive. I know Youngbley, Dillon, and the rest of them working with you. But as per our rule and the Bill of Information from the Supreme Court, you are acting in ultras virus. So therefore, they're going to take the position not to be Honor Richard Kuhn. How serious is this, Honorable Gray? And what will you advise Richard Kuhn right now?
Look, the best thing to do, you see, not only the rules are being violated, but even the Constitution. The Supreme Court said your action is illegal. Don't start using our ultra viral, because some of the ordinary people will not understand. They say what they did, all that they did is wrong because they didn't have the speaker presiding. That's what the Supreme Court said. So it means that the majority doesn't have. Richard Kuhn is not a speaker. He being imposed, and it's an embarrassment. Not just to Richard Kuhn alone, because it's an embarrassment to him. They have to do the right thing. Two things in my mind: get a signature of 49 and remove Fonati. Or Richard Kuhn has to step down. They got to advise Richard Kuhn to step down and say, look, my man, we pull you there. You got to calm down. I understand now it's shameful, it's embarrassing. Richard Kuhn already taking pay as speaker, the immunities, he Ryan car with Serena. I mean, police assigned, all of those things. To go back and say, lead the speaker position is not ordinary. But look, my man, you can't be speaker. Assuming even if fanatics say, okay, I won't be speaker, the state got to go to election. the actions you people took were illegal. So if you believe that you got the numbers, you got a majority. You just need 37% to make you speaker. You don't need 38. You don't need only 37% from 73. So you can say, okay, let's go to election. If you win, you win. And I think the lower number is prepared to do that. Next week, the lower number will be having session. Let me tell you, Stan, they don't need 27%. I keep telling you. Musa Berete, Fanatic Kofa, and the rest of the people just need to have 7%, 8%, 10%, 5%, even 6%. Just go sit down and have session and adjourn that all. Okay, but let me tell you some of the things that are happening. I got a very credible information that when the delegation just came to Liberia, the 7th delegation from the Organization of African Caribbean Pacific, West Africa Bureau head now, the bureau, like the committee here is from Sierra Leone, so they came to interact with the legislature here, preferably the House of Representatives, but it should have been the entire legislature. When they went to meet the EU head in Liberia, believe me, they were very demeaning to those majority lawmaker representation, 2 of them that went there. The EU people didn't mince their words with them. They told them to violate the laws. It's a disgrace to the country. They don't even want to interact with them. It was demeaning in front of the Sierra Leone delegation. Very embarrassing. Okay, because some of them, they didn't know that what is happening in the House of Representatives. So, the United States Embassy will not recognize you. The EU will not recognize you. ECOWAS will not recognize you because I don't find that it could not just sit in the writing. Everyone, they've been engaged, a lot of people in the international community. President Sadiq King, she did not recognize you. She probably you shook for her hand. You were just smiling, looking at her, that kind of smile. And just let the list go on and on and on. Okay? Until Joseph forgot away your hand and carry you along with him, nobody recognized you. So as a result of that, just resign. Look, we gotta be very clear. Whether CDC, Unity Party, Kung has to step down. He has to step down and go to election in the future. He's not a speaker. And the danger about the thing here is this, that all actions taken by the majority group, I keep saying that a lot of government can come to power and say all illegal. So concession agreement with the concession company will contract somebody like Liberian government that should be working for all of those things. So he just got to step down, to be frank with you.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson, I think we are on a slippery slope here, right? You find that Richard Poole now is between a rock and a hard place, right? You understand that he cannot function because he's in that bubble. That member saying we cannot work with you. The last alternative, they're going to go back to the Supreme Court. They're going to go back to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court they're going to make a decision again. Because when you have Fanatic Kofa and his group taking a position to say, if you do not come to section, we're going to go to court. And Richard Kuhn on the black say, if you do not come to session, we're going to go to court. The executive is jammed. Honor Joseph Yimambwaka. The Senate, Honor Yombly, they are jammed. They have taken a position based on the Justice Minister opinion, which also fell flat. So they hijacked the speakership. Those guys hijacked the speakership. And it's kind of terrible right now for them to even have some kind of agreement here. Because the way that, so people are saying, drop everything, call for an election, open election, and the whole thing will be resolved. That Richardson is bad on the international front. They are not recognizing Richard Kuhn. He's not enjoying, he's not enjoying the thing that the speaker should enjoy. We are in 2025. The people in his district, they want to pay him. They want to pay him so badly.
Yeah,
they are taking signature. They are collecting signature. They just need 10,000. The people almost over. How you call it, guy? Dr. Tway, the original countryman. The people backing him. He's supporting the process. But here
Yeah,
we
there are
are.
a lot of people
And I
signing that
also think,
document.
that maybe I would talk to Fonati Kofa. He should, when the time comes for them to have another election, he shouldn't run. I think it would satisfy the other camp. I think he should step down too. I think both of them should step down and give the 73 members, including them too, to have a free, fair, transparent, good governance election. But Dr. Richardson, our country is in a serious mess. What say you when you have Richie Kuhn?
So listen, Stanton and fellow panelists, we were taking this for a joke initially. I often said that uh, the anti-rule of law makers have hijacked our country. They held this country hostage. You know, when you hold something hostage, you can go back and refute everything that person, this government has already done, as Representative Gray is saying. He said even this contract, they are has signed, the agreement they have signed, it's not binding. It's not binding because of how Kuhn got into power. So the recipe, I think, rightfully said by Honorable Gray, is that they go back to the law, as we've always asked them. You go back and use your law book, your rule of law in your House of Representatives. It says that in order to remove the speaker, you need 49 members. Do that. Get your 49 members. Remove him. Come with all of the claims that you said that he did. Okay, and if you have that strong vote, remove him. Then you can go ahead and then start the re-election for a different speaker because he's already removed. Okay, if you don't remove him, then he stays there. But at this moment, it looks like you are doing fine. You are riding the big cars. You are hanging out with doing 20 something members, and you're doing fine, but you're not, because our country is suffering. You are not being recognized. Okay, the international community is looking at us like that something is going on in our country, like we're crazy. And then number two, your laws that you're passing, whether it's a concession agreements, what are the budget, they may not be binding. They may not be binding. So we really need to do something. This is no joke for me. I keep on saying this, and from the beginning, when they started this thing, I said that they were anti-rule of law. They were not making a good move for Liberia at all. We're already behind. They're keeping us even more behind, and that's what I have to ask them to.
So what's the gain, Paul Kennedy? What's the gain here? I mean, they try to achieve something. They are not achieving anything. The budget is messed up from $1.9 million for the office of the speaker. Under them, they went to $5.8 million, right? Just in the process of 2 to 3 months, you see what they're raking in. It's all about the Benjamins. And Richard Kuhn cannot control this. The way in which James Collette entered Fanatico Fat office, broke through the door illegally. They didn't wait for court order. You hear our brother 40 families calling the justice in chamber. Liquor talk, they making drinking juice. He said it, not us. These guys, then the arrogance coming forth now. Everybody's saying it. The greed, everybody's saying it. And then they say they got speaker. But yet they say almost half. A member of the House of Representatives say, no, you are not our speaker. Talk to me, Paul.
Look, Stanton, I don't see any gain there in the entire process. What I see is a hurt that they continue to impose on the Liberian people. What I see is derailment of our democracy and our political system. We have 3 branches of government under one government system, and all 3 branches supposed to function in collaboration holistically. You can't have the House of Rest split into 2, and the Senate sitting down there. Some people taking side with the majority, some people taking side with the it's an ad hoc splinter group in the legislature. And because you don't have a wholesome legislature working, it's indirectly affecting the judiciary and the executive branch of government. So in the leadership of the president, I will be calling these people behind the scene to say, listen, look, this is my government you are making bad. Because remember now, when things don't work, they're not going to say, Speaker Kuhn or Speaker Funati government didn't work. They will say President Boakai government failed. So if I was President Boakai, I would be calling this guy on behind the scene. The both of them, I said, listen, they whole nonsense you're on, we're tired with it, and the LeBron people work has to go on. You'll come and sit down, smoke a peace pipe, and figure out how we can put things together so that both houses can come together and start
Just a
working.
quick interjection, Paul. Just a quick interjection. Look, the president started on a good foot. He invited him. He even instructed that he should pay the guys that is suspended. But then some guys then went manipulated behind the president for the president to recognize school. That's what happened.
Yeah, but the
He let
president
them.
in his wisdom cannot be manipulated. If he gets manipulated by people out of their own aggrandizement and greed, then I'll put the blame back on the president. Because at the end of the day, Honorable Gray,
True.
it is the president whose government the guys are trying to undermine. I hope people who are closer to Baka are seeing this. If things don't work well for this government, they don't put the blame on individual lawmakers, people who are knocking the speaker door and taking things out. The blame go back to the president. So the president should call a spade now and draw a line to say, listen, this thing has to stop at this point. I mean, he doesn't have to come glaring to do it, but he has the influential power. He can sit down to a horse and call people. The people will come to him and he can make this thing happen. I think it is not good what's happening to our country. It is time that the president actually steps in and uses his wisdom and these years of experience to put this thing together to handle it like President Sally did in her term. You know, so I just think it is good for us as a country to work together. The country is too small for this thing to be going on. Investors are turning their eyes from everybody running to Ghana. Go to Ghana now and see what's happening there. You know, you think people want to come in our country to invest because these kind of things are happening?
No, investors.
Thank you very much. Let me bring in Isaac though. Then Isaac, talk to us on this before we go to Conor Gray. Isaac, we are in a mess. I don't need to say.
We are really in a serious mess. I want to read few things for you quickly to see the level of confusion that exists currently in the legislature. I want to read few chats from the House of Representatives chat room. It started early this morning when Representative Flomo.
I said, please send it to us, my man. We prefer saying it. We don't want you to. I say, send it to us. Don't read it, please. I will say, come back to you. We'll talk. We'd like to, examine this thing. I beg you. Send it to me. Let me post it up, please. So while you do that, because I really want to put it on, let me bring in Conor Gray. Send it to me. I will bring in Conor Gray and come back to you, please. Conor Gray.
Stanton from the get-go, we said this was an embarrassment to President Boakai's government. People felt after the hostile takeover, that was the end of it. But we live now in a global village. If you step upon your own constitutional, tranquility, the peace and quietude of the state, you just step on it and then everything going helter skelter. You should, like I said the last time, you should hit the pause button and go back and think who is hurting the people, and of course, posterity will remember that the president that was over this government was is President Boakai. So people probably say, "Oh, don't worry, this is over." But you see the chain reaction that is causing now. And Stanton, for your fear, I look at Funadi as somebody who respects himself. That's why I was saying if they say don't go to office for 1 month, you go there. That means you don't respect yourself. This guy will not run. I don't think he will run again because you know what? He just wanted to prove a point, and that point is still on his in his favor. Most people thought this was the end of it. They've gone, they passed the budget, but at first, certain people wanted that budget to go through. That budget is gone through. But has the crisis gone away? No, it's not gone away. It's still here. People are still reacting to it. The rest of the world not happy with what happened. So this is their own way of showing it. People say, "Oh, now our business, they have nothing to do with our country, what goes on." But that's not how government operates in a small circle called the global world. Now, those people, as you're recommending, which is what we've said all from the get-go, go back and have this election the way it's supposed to be done. But there's a reason why Kuhn will not want to subject himself to election, because I think he doesn't have confidence on himself, and he's rightful to be afraid, because I don't think the people will vote for him. They're not going to vote for him. If he could not get it the first time, but only by taking it in this kind of fashion, I think he has angered a lot of people. So I don't see him winning any elections over there. So probably that's why he doesn't want to subject himself to this. But this is beyond people personal aggrandizement. This is about the well-being of the state. Go back and have a peaceful government, have a peaceful transitional power, have an election. Whoever wins, that's the speaker. That's how the process is done. Why must Richard Kuhn, install himself that he must be speaker? And look at what's happening now in our country. You understand? That's why we say from the get-go, go do this thing, get your number, go to call for an election, declare your intention to run, and go in the ballot. If you win, that's it. But otherwise, Stanton, I think I'm surprised that we're still finding ourselves 5, 6 months later. We're back to square one. Meanwhile, we've lost the capital and all that stuff. We've lost quite a bit just for Richard Kuhn to become speaker. Why?
And I like that, and I really do. When you say just for Richard Kuhn to become speaker, see what we went through, and what we continue to suffer as a country. I mean, are you kidding me? Open the thing. Everybody should contest. Everybody should run. The Liberian people will be happy. We are talking about 27 districts without representation. They say we ain't agree. Do you know this is a problem? The honorable man, I can't respond to great talk to us before I bring Asido in. I'm uploading.
Yeah. You see, one of the things they did that why I say the guys are not smart enough. You had a deputy speaker. Look, when we're fighting Tara, we use the deputy speaker more for legitimate sake. Because you could say, okay, Tara not coming to work again or in absence, so the deputy is there. But as soon as the guy then read that Booker's resolution, they say they suspended some of their colleagues, they removed the speaker. Instead of the deputy acting for some time, the manager went straight into an election. Okay. And they brought Rachel Kuhn. Let's be real. Let's be sincere. Look, I met Rachel Kuhn. And I smiled when he alive. He said, my man, God just dropped that thing on my lap. I told him, I said, my man, God ain't dropping on your lap. I said, you're being illegal. I said, you work in the legislature. I mean, I work with you. You've been a humble guy, very respectful guy. Why you allow power set in your head like this when you know that everything people did illegal, and not only that, that also that you won't be recognized. You don't want people to puppet string you. Look at the kind of embarrassment. Tomorrow morning, when the Supreme Court come up with that interpretation of the Bureau of Information, look, if they come up with any interpretation of the Bureau of Information, they will say, Reggie Kun, you not speaker, you illegal. Believe me today. What happens to you? You go challenge the Supreme Court? That the final decision-making body, what will you do? How do you embarrass yourself like that? Why didn't you ask for an election? Why didn't you make sure that they got the numbers? Okay? And the president, like the report said, the president invited the lower numbers. He invited the majority bloc. The president said, okay, this thing that try to resolve it, you even pay the people. The majority bloc did not pay the people, even with the president requests to them. Then the president went and endorsed Richard Kuhn, taking him to Ghana. The president ensured you, the foreign minister, that an invitation from the Ghanaian parliament came to Richard Kuhn. I'm telling you this, and flew with him. You can't do that as a president just coming out of election. Imagine, look at the transitions we had in Liberia. Okay? Ellen came to power. She relinquished power peacefully. George Weah came to power. He relinquished power peacefully. We expect that Joseph Boyga will also relinquish power peacefully by 2029. So what kind of precedent, what kind of example That even that you also shouldn't talk about party being. But what example when people chose that the Unity Party will relinquish power with coup, hijacking power? Let's be realistic. What kind of example is that? Two presidents in succession, peacefully. Well, the election very close, but peacefully relinquish power. So look, we can't plunge the country into chaos. That the Liberian legislature should be plunging the country into chaos. Why the Senate even recognize one group? For what? Because of budget, to pass budget, to get some money in the budget. That's why you recognize one group illegally. Okay? So it would be the most dangerous example when it comes to transition. Okay? For Rachel Kuhn
Let's hold you there.
to
Let's hold
hijack
you there.
power and people transition power peacefully in this country. That's why the international community does not want to pamper. They've invested a
So,
lot in Liberia.
so let's hold you there, Representative Gray. As you go, talk to us. Again, folks, we want to hear from you on this topic. Whether to solve this problem, we just need a new election, an election that Fonati Kofa will not participate in. Again, that's his right to run, but I think for the sake of peace and to satisfy this whole process, Fonati shouldn't be participating. But Richard Kun got to step down and call for new election. He has to step down. And then the people will come to a place and say, yes, we'll make business. And let the executive take themselves from this thing. Let the executive take their hand out of it. Because this is sponsored by the executive. This is done by the executive. Whoever's sponsoring the thing is a mess. They burned the Capitol building down. Maybe you don't know. Let me remind you. They burned the Capitol building down to make Richard Kuhn a speaker. They bust in Fonati Kofa office to make Richard Kuhn a speaker. They increased the speaker budget. We're seeing the all turns from $1.9 million to $5.8 million to make Richard Kuhn a speaker. What more? So if we came to fight corruption and we say Fonati Kofa was a corruption king Kong, what can we say about Richard Kuhn today? Or certain lawmaker causing, never in the history of Africa or the world you will see this thing. The Supreme Court Justice Bese, said the man can drink liquor, the man can drink canned juice. So that canned juice talk, the man was talking.
Canned juice shop. Said
the man went to the canned juice shop in Nima County, the man was drunk. Yeah. Can you imagine? A young man, can you imagine? Just to prevent, just to make one person, the control, the greed. And you gotta know this. I love Richard Kuhn. I love my brother Forty. You see, he come on the show every day. People say, don't bring Forty. No, this is the People's Network. But you need to understand that greed has settled in the mindset of the people. Fonati is a crook. Fonati that criminal. Fonati do this one. So who we got now? Richard Kuhn. I will show you the picture. He broke down his house. He began to rebuild his house in 3 weeks. Say he took over in District 11. Go see the mansion Richard Kuhn putting down.
For what in that?
I mean, can we say something wrong with us that certain group of people can remain in the hotel for 1 year? Let me enjoy my time. That certain group of people can be in the hotel for 1 year and you say that man, I get a hotel. You know I'm gonna get it, man. $8 million, his bank. You know what part of the deal?
Yeah, the bank.
You know what part of the deal? No, guys, let's say something. That's the reason why we're on the show every day to talk to you. And this is open to everybody. Anybody can come on. Y'all know me. I will never stop them. Anybody can come on. But on this day when you're home with your family, like my brother Snow took the Chief Justice off. They eat, they have fun, they're watching the show right now.
No,
I bet Snow for the picture. I bet Snow for the picture. Snow said he can't send the picture. Okay? I beg him for the picture. Snow says he can't send me the picture. But that's okay.
Great.
That's my Oma, man. That's my Oma. So at the end of the day, let me say this to all of you. On a serious note, we did all this thing and we robbed the system Today, somebody was at the central bank. You know what they were doing there? They had bag of liberty. Liberty, plenty in the bag. Man, I told my reporter, I said, don't show it. I begged the piggy, I said, don't show it. He said, CEO, why? I said, it's a time, a season for everything. The big bag with plenty liberty in it. That person get no job in the government, but he get plenty liberty leaving central bank. That's why we came to rescue. Granny, you want to talk before I bring acid door in? Granny, start giving the Oman hat and she's not your Valentine. Stop. Can't do your show and go. Don't be in and out. The Oman not your Valentine. Nobody tell you not to get Valentine. But talk to us, Sister Glenny.
I got nothing to add. Nothing to add to that whole cool story. The way they beat the drum, now how they would dance inside. There are 3 different branches of government. When the Supreme Court come and get a ruling and say he illegal, then they will start it from there. I have nothing to add with that story. When I told the story and telling us that we tired. The man
But
say
the country, it's not about them, just the country, Glenny.
But how will you remedy it? He's not going to, Kuhn is not going to resign. The majority bloc will not abandon their cause. Number 2, it's possible that Funanti, I think he's getting the most out of it now that he wanted to set precedents or whatever he wanted to do. He's also is pretty much like a lame duck. So what is he going to do? How would they remedy this thing? The only people I think that can maybe bring some sense is the Supreme Court. But nobody's going to listen to them. You got people, you got for the family that they will not listen to the Supreme Court. So it's like, how do you remedy it? Joseph Boyka is president. He's from the executive branch, the legislative branch. They are not willing. If you, like you said, you have 27 representatives, 27 districts or whoever that have no representation right now. And the people that are still operating like this should be a normal process. What can you say? I mean, I don't have anything to add to that. It's difficult to say what would be the clear-cut thing to remedy this situation right now because majority and minority will not come. The minority is saying, okay, we have a smaller number. Majority is saying, come join us. The other people say the rule of law. So it's difficult. I don't know if the 3 branches will come together to remedy this situation, but from what we've seen, I don't think who is going to resign.
Thank you very much. I'm going to bring Asido in. Asido, talk to us.
Well, we are all saying the right thing for the interest of the country. And Representative Gray said it all perfectly. I think it is embarrassing. There's only one place I disagree with my ally Representative Gray on the issue of insinuating that the president sincerely wanted to solve the issue and asked that the other colleagues should get paid. Representative Gray, you know this better than I.
I use the word sincere, I beg you.
No, you didn't use it. I am saying it based on what you said, that the president tried, he said the other people should get paid.
In my mind. Yeah.
Salary comes from Ministry of Finance. The president controls the Ministry of Finance. So the president wanted the people to get paid, but then Ministry of Finance could not send the money to their accounts. I mean, no, that's not reality. This is not, I don't believe it. Nobody will want to believe it. The salaries come from Ministry of Finance. The salary don't come from one lawmaker office. So let's assume the lawmaker don't want to pay lawmaker. Why Father Ministry is stopping to pay too? Why stop Father Ministry to pay? It is the president. And don't forget, it was the president's appointed Minister of Justice who actually came blatantly to disregard the rulings of the Supreme Court. It was he the one who came up with whatever it is to say the Supreme Court meant this, so the so-called majority bloc folks are acting within the confines of the law. It was the president's Minister of Justice. And Chief, you know it better. You know what happens in the political. If we were to really go behind the curtains, that Minister of Justice didn't want to do that. But of course, he had to do it because you know what happens in politics. So he had to do it. He had kept his conscience. He knows what he said was flat out wrong and dangerous, but he did. Now, fast forward. How do we solve this issue? In my mind, we cannot be creating other legal problems, solving one bigger problems. Staton says something which makes sense, but I don't know where I am with that. Say, oh, Rachel Kun should not contest, Speaker Kuva should not contest. I would love that as well, but in the interest of our constitution, where everyone should be free, let the folks go back. In my mind, it's not a big thing because time goes and over time things get healed.
No, I said Kofa shouldn't contest, but Speaker Kun should call for an election. I care less whether Kun contest. Kun will not win, by the way.
Right. I'm with you. I don't.
But why do you think Kun will not win?
Kun should be the one. Kun should be the one calling for election, saying he is not a speaker anyways. Kun just need to accept one thing. This is getting embarrassing on a daily basis. Even if he remains the speaker in his mind as he thinks, how will it turn out in the next 5 years? Is this what he will go through every single time he goes among people? People don't want to recognize him. There is noise all in the market about his speakership. How will he want to count himself? Since the foundation of Liberia, this is the first time a person taking speakership position on his head will be in such public disgrace like this. Everywhere, the gentleman turns, there is some issue, there is some noise on the radio, in the newspaper. I don't think this is what he wants to do. If he can win, he can win. Go back to speaker place. I have spoken with Fanatic Kofa. I know where he stands on this entire issue. There is a political way forward in doing this whole thing and doing it right. The guys only need to come down off their shoulder, forget the thinking that they are so powerful and they're working with the executive. Try to make this right. Go back, go for election if need be, win, and let this whole thing be solved. Sometimes you say you were putting up the messages, but it only tells you how the House of Representatives is in total chaos and confusion. One person asking something, the other person says, no, don't ask, continue. And you've been doing it. You're powerful, you go ahead and keep on. We get nothing to say, Isa, hey, you're eating our money. All these kind of things. Why would you want to do that upon yourself? Why? Now, Flag Day is coming very soon. Independence Day is coming very soon. Rachel will be there again for the same thing again, where people will kind of up and even recognizing again. I mean,
but Rachel Kun is illegal, so he can't even call for election. Yeah, he needs to
well, that's what I said. He can. That's what people do. I tell you this. Yes. And what is always striking to me are those other folks. Some of them are very old enough to even be father to kids, like for the family. But then they can be sitting right there. The little guys can be doing all these things. They can't say anything. Only in the name of they want to get majority block. It is so interesting.
Thank you, folks. And we're going to go to the phone line. I got to play this thing just to add to this. It's embarrassment. All right. Talk to your lawmakers, right? Just tell them, so what the nonsense. We didn't vote for you for this mess, right? That they can hijack not only the speakership and just rob the system. I mean, where are we as Liberia, right? The entire country is in a mess. Everything is upside down. Let me ask you a question. Since we took over, what are some of the good things? Don't tell me Joey did it. That's not a good thing. It's bad for us. And Paul Kennedy, I've said this here on the show so many times. Don't tell me Joey did it. No. What are some of your good things? Some of your new goodness? Let the people see it. But can you imagine the first thing on the docket, the first major thing, burn down the Capitol building? Forever. Since 1959, I believe. Glenn tired talking about it. Glenn drinking, I know that orange juice or vitamin medicine, she drink it. But she's tired. It looked like a vitamin C medicine. Granny came out, she drinking vitamin.
But where's Gibson?
I swear to God. I rest Joe with it there.
What you went to Ethiopia?
I don't know. She came out to drinking vitamin.
Orange juice.
That ginger, I drink this every day. That ginger.
Is your face getting real like that? Yeah, looking at pumpkin.
Granny came out, she's drinking Vitamin, but let me leave
You
Granny
tell this
alone.
serious here, you're gonna story.
Granny, let me say that Valentine's Day. That Valentine's Day, we got a joke. That thing, the people there will still go and eat the country money. That's what they're doing. They're eating the country money. And these guys don't love for people to come to the offices to beg. You know that? They love to open the office door and see 10 or 15 people line up. Gee, we eat today. My children need school fee. I got to go to the hospital. They love it.
But Senator is a justification for why they need more money. I've seen lawmakers who have come to justify that before.
It's domestic slavery. I want you guys to understand. That is domestic slavery. You will suppress your people to be up there. The more you suppress them, the more you will continue to be the leader. It's domestic slavery. You don't think that person want to have a better job? You think the person rather want to go to your office and be begging for bread? The crumbs that fall off your table? No. It's pure slavery. Let's slave in your own home. I will show y'all Richard Kuhn's house. I'm saying it now because I want him to be the first to put it up. I will show you Richard Kuhn's house.
He rebuilt it.
Oh yeah, the man stayed
Oh, yeah.
a big house too. Yeah. A big house too. I will show you Richard Kuhn's house. I will show you the massive money he put in that house.
I hope it's not.
Richard said you gotta go, your husband calling you're going Valentine's. Something happening to you. We
What
said
a-
that true. They said that true.
Yeah, I
Let me tell you something. The thing these people that do it in Liberia is not a joke.
It's not good.
These people are going to fight. They're going to fight. And one thing, you know what, me? I get up in the morning. I come back home. I don't go anywhere. The acid do and say they won't come visit. I told you today, you're not coming to visit me. I said, though. I beg you. I ain't go anywhere.
You know, situation will come to your house.
Yeah, man, I said they'll come to visit me. And I'm bad too. I'm
situation.
That's also
You
politics you're doing
know how many
now.
times the man call me to come to him? You know how many times he call me?
I know Gamen will take steak for them. Today I get your politics out of my heart.
My man, we have one big shepherd, right? Big black dog. Now we're going to get another one, my man. 18 and back, the horse can shake. But guys, I want us to show so you know that Lorena, did you put it up? Mama Bridge, Mensa, Taiwan, where the rest of them, they record them. They brought them back home from the ECOWAS parliament.
Yeah.
It's not crazy.
No. But you don't understand the operation that going on here.
For what? Though?
Now the majority
Lorena, can you put the video up? Lorena, begging you. The majority of blacks say they don't need them there.
Oh, wow.
They're going to send their own people?
Mama Bridge,
They will send their own
and
people.
she'll get for me. She left for Antikova just to save that job. You know that, right?
independent.
No. Mama Bridge, you know Mama and my sister. You know Mama and my sister. No. Let me tell my own, then you can tell your own.
Okay.
It's that female solidarity.
Each is his own.
Right? Yeah. Congress.
Starting with a female to know.
Thank
No
you.
problem. You he for she. No problem. Congress.
Oh. No, I don't know what people call. I beg you. We protesting. The majority of black on the show tonight protesting.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah. But the lot of Mama, Taiwan way. And who else? We got a picture. Hey, Lamina, can you put my video up, Lamina, begging you? They told them to come home. They removed them.
Wow.
They wrote an official letter to ECOWAS and said these people are not recognized no more.
Where is our country headed? Where is our country headed?
So ECOWAS will recognize that letter?
Yeah.
Of course, it comes from the parliament.
ECOWAS will not get involved in your domestic.
It comes from the Liberian legislature.
Yeah,
so ECOWAS will not interfere. Anything you're saying that will take it.
Even though they
Sister.
But guess what? Let me tell you the procedure. When the parliament makes the recommendation, the legislature is sent to the president. That's how been the procedure. I don't know what they did this time. And then the president will submit it to ECOWAS. That has been the procedure from LA to President Weah. Okay? So
I will tell you a procedure, right? But
Yeah,
for
I
you
don't know
to,
now.
you
Maybe
work with
now they just
Mama,
said they
right?
listen straight. Yeah,
Honorable Gray.
yeah.
You see, Mama, they don't listen. Mama, they don't listen. That's the problem.
Now, come
I said,
on.
Mama, I come to call. You can call. I said, Mama, they will fire you. She said, oh, no. I got to go to my people. You know, I got to pick up Mama now. I got to go to my people. I'm an independent. I said, Mama enjoy. She went Europe.
Maybe
She
they
went
will
all
vote
over
to carry her
Africa.
back. Maybe they will vote to
No,
carry her back.
they will vote to care about maybe.
Yeah.
Can't finish eating your own baby, man. They
So
can't get
I
Mama.
don't think it's about she can't listen. I think it's about having a principle. There are some people who are moved by where the money
I mean,
is.
I don't know. I worry.
They,
I worry.
they
I worry
really
about you, Paul Kennedy. I
they don't
seriously worry
have
about you.
they really don't have a set of
I
principles
said,
to
what are you
say
laughing for? I worry
this
about it, man.
this is what I
Do
want
they
in
look
life.
at that group, look at principal group, that majority black? Do they look principal to group?
But they should
It's
have
just gonna be
principles.
independent, that's
They
all.
should. You know, to be serving at that level of government, Stanton, you should have some principle that
But
define your
you put the
character.
messages up now. Put the message up. Put the horse picture up. Then you open the line.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forty was calling me. I tried to answer him, but the internet giving him problem. So
Please
let's
let
talk
it
about
get problem
Mama.
tonight. Let it get problem tonight, please. Let Fuller sit down where he is tonight, please.
It's Valentine night. Nobody
That
wants
fully
confusion
medicine.
here.
The fully medicine on the show, yo.
It
Sit
is
down where he is
Valentine.
tonight, please.
But let us say this real quick, right? I beg you guys. Let's play it. Listen to the video.
Having listened to the well-written communication from Honorable Johnson S.N. Williams and Honorable James McClain, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the said communication be received and that the said received and that the delegates in question be recalled and that elections be held on Tuesday to send our nomination to ECOWAS and all other parliament that is body usually send memo to, if I can obtain a second.
Honorable colleagues, with the motion being seconded on the basis of recalling our colleagues from ECOWAS that went illegally and also having election on Tuesday, are you all right to vote? All right, Mr. William Flemmo.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I will be ready to vote if the movement can accept this amendment so that instead of the election taking place on Tuesday, it can be pushed to Thursday, and then the Tuesday information will be circulated that there is vacancy so that those who want to apply can apply for the sake of democracy. Yes, sir.
All right, I think you got a message. Let me hear from you, Dr. Richardson.
Just a point before
let me
Dr.
say-
Richardson comes in. Just a point, quick. You listen to the guy very well, right? The guy said instead of Tuesday, they should carry it to Thursday so that democracy can prevail, so that they can be able to inform the people who can have the time to apply. But they did not do that on the day they elected Richard Kuhn. That's a contradiction there. Listen to him what he said.
And we listen to it as a fair argument. We come to
Yeah.
it. You are quite correct. Dr. Richardson, election will be on Thursday. Samuel Anders, Moma, Bridge, Mensa, Ta, Wongwe, all of them have been recalled. Talk to me.
I'm shocked. I am just shocked. These people are doing a lot of dangerous things to our country, and I don't want Liberians to take it for a joke. You know, they're removing people from their positions. They're taking money away from people. They're threatening people that they won't pay their salary. This is unnecessary and uncalled for. This is not. This is our country. You know, if they continue, we'll have a lawless country, a country where nobody respects the law, because these people are lawmakers. They're supposed to be making laws. When we see them, we're supposed to be able to abide and stand up to the law. I'm disappointed and I'm shocked. I'm very, very shocked. I called Moima a few times. It's probably late like Birch now. She's not answering, but I think she just didn't want to be put to choose a side. That's why I think, I'm just saying, I don't know her reasoning for being independent, but she just didn't want to be put in being a minority or majority. So I don't know if she was holding on for secondary gains, but this is crazy, you know. So like, pay attention. I think that you have an uprise. I usually don't call for that, but I think
No,
like,
no, 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 no. We can't go for that on the show, Dr. Richardson. There will be no uprising. We'll be very, very legal, very straight up. Wait for the time of election, and then you will exercise the democratic right. Please. Paul Kennedy, let's hear you.
what time you talking about when they re-electing these guys?
But Dr. Richardson, on Spoon Talk, we do not call for
That's true.
uprising.
That's very true. All
Paul
right.
Kennedy, what say you when it comes on the issue of these three people? They call them to say you're come home.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
Sure,
shocked.
sure.
I mean, the entire uh, majority bloc is not operating within laws. It's like you have a rebel group, and then you expect what's happening within the rebel group to be in line with rule of law and order. That thing makes sense to you? The people are already not in complying with rule of laws, right? You expect them to continue to abide by rule of laws when they are not in compliance with. That's a contradiction to their own state. So what they are doing is completely expected. They suspended a bunch of people who they said were not coming to work, even though the people were sitting with a minority group under the speaker, who is the elected person and presiding officer of the house. They went in there and suspended people and said they were not going to pay them. So it's a continuation of their lawlessness that is taking action, right? So this is not a good sign. It's not a good example of the kind of democracy we envision to have in Liberia, because, like we said before, this thing is going to degenerate into something else, and we didn't even stop talking when the brunt part of the Capitol building down. Who knows what's going to happen next? We are sitting and looking. We will continue to talk about it to let the public know that it is not a good way they are proceeding, but it's up to them. We can't that we from outside. There's nothing more we can do to change anything with inside. So let them continue to do what they're doing and see there will be an end to what they are doing. They will hit a roadblock to a complete end of what they are doing, and then we'll all sit down and see what happened. We'll show our hand to them to say, this is what we're talking about a few years ago.
You see, thank you very much, Paul. You are quite correct. Let me add this, Sis Glendy. You got to understand that we are treading a dangerous path here. Seriously, it's not a joke. We are. Let's hear you, Glendy.
I mean, I'm even shocked by that. That whatever they're doing, I guess the majority black is here to extend whatever they're doing to other functions outside of Liberia, their main business, I guess, that they can have their fellow legislators and recall them from a program as if to say they were elected by them. These people represent districts. It's like, so how are they even planning to work together? It's like this division this divide is there for a long time. And if Speaker Kuhn from the majority black, if he wanted and was in the interest of everybody, he would try to want to remedy the situation so that they can work together. I really can't fathom how they recall them. It's like, based on what? What were they doing that was illegal, or what were they trying to prove? To recall those three people, and Mama Briggs and Ty Woman, that recall them, come back to Liberia, you're not from our block. It's like, how do we even look to the world? To the other countries there, how do we look? I don't know. It's like some things, when you think you've seen it all, then Liberia continues to show you that you've seen nothing. It's mind-boggling that the things that's being accepted and that's being done in our society as Liberians. I don't know how they'll fix this. It's an embarrassment.
Stanton. Hello.
He went somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
Grace.
Okay, yeah. I
we
just
can hear
wanted.
you.
I was dealing with the body. I just got a credible information
Mm-hmm.
that ECOWAS just sent a communication to the TD lawmakers. Mema Bridge, Samuel Indos, and Tawon, where I was sending the communication to publish it,
Yeah.
inviting them for my access program. In fact, I just wanted to cite an examples. I hope I'm not intervening or trying to cut off someone, but ECOWAS is not going to recognize any action from the majority bloc.
Oh my God.
When we attempted doing that with Edwin Snow, when he became senator.
Yeah. You
In
guys.
fact, I raised the issue that
I
since
remember.
30% comes from the House of Representatives, and you were with the House of Representatives, we should recall him. We
Mm-hmm.
attempted, but ECOWAS said no, he has become the property of the community.
Yes.
That is ECOWAS. Therefore, they cannot allow Liberia to withdraw him because he had taken an oath under, I think, Article 29 of their own rules.
Yes, I remember.
So,
Yeah, so-
let me hold you right there. Honorable Gray.
Yeah.
Honorable Gray, I beg you, I have to interrupt you. We are going into another big crisis here. Seriously, Honorable Gray, you are quite correct.
Yeah.
Say for me.
I'm inviting Snow on the show. He said he couldn't make it, but he will join us tomorrow. We got to discuss this. ECOWAS will not accept a recall letter
Yeah.
from our House of Representatives, Glenny, that Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
If that, when I hear you, Glenny, if that be the case, Samuel Enders, Tab Wongwe, Mama Bridge Mensa cannot be replaced. Now, I should say, listen, somebody need to help us. We are in a serious Chicago
You got
iced tea.
that they invited them?
I got a letter. I put the letter up. Hold on, Honorable Gray. I put the letter up. In the midst of all of that, they are inviting Mama Bridge Mensa, Tab Wongwe, and Samuel Enders for another programming.
It's an embarrassment.
It is.
But this is the embarrassment we are talking about as citizens, as people, that Richard Kuhn and his black have brought one of the disgrace, the worst disgrace in the history of Africa to Liberia. I'm going to put the letter up. Akaris Restock to us, you were speaking.
Akaris, wasn't that my question? That ECOWAS will allow this? You say ECOWAS cannot meddle. Wasn't that my question initially?
Yes, it was your question.
You come back to answer the question that yes, ECOWAS
Yeah,
has
I just got the
dominion.
confirmation on the basis of the article.
Because that's what I know.
Right.
Based on the non-alignment of the
You're right on that,
of the ECOWAS. That's what I know.
Oh, Akaris, what they turn you? How long are they there?
No. I said something. They don't meddle into your domestic stuff because you already got a representative there. Okay? So that representation become their property.
But that's meddling.
You understand?
No, but Akaris, let me ask you a question, Akaris. Right?
The issue
Let me ask you a question. Akaris, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me all the guys saying the majority of black acid though? I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to insult them. None of them really, they are not understanding.
They're unintended
relationship. No, I don't want to use words that that my religion would not permit me to use. They are not. Yeah, I'm a religious man, Glenny. You can look at me. I'm not going to use words that my religion will not allow me to use. I'm Holy Ghost filled and sanctified. Isaac, they are not understanding the working relationship with ECOWAS here. Somebody not telling them.
Even if they're not understanding, couldn't they get advice from the people on how it works? I mean, that's common practice in leadership.
There's a precedent. There's a precedent.
But Stanton, where do you
doing it before? Okay, in fact, I'm one of those who flag the issues.
I mean, I answered my question. All of you into my
senator.
I answered my question. All of you into my question. I mean, I want Asa to answer my question. I didn't call your name. I rather don't like to call your name because you can't finish. I answered my question.
My man, I live in the city, man. You
How
see,
much?
I'm going for
How
Valentine.
much more? How much more? How much more do you want? How much more do you want? Even the resolution that, according to them, they were using for their actions, they didn't even read it. Their own resolution. The other man came on the show last time. He didn't even know what was in the resolution. How do you think they're going to know anything that matters? If the people don't know their own resolution, what was there, what they signed, how they signed it, where they signed it at, you expect them to know something anywhere? Now, these are just, like I said, sorry to them, although there are some other men there who are old enough
But
to
what's
maybe
what
then.
expect that bring people to do is like these people are held in hostage, bondage.
They are just in they are clueless. They are just like kids, like from K1, you're just running around doing ABC, small A, S, or so. Like they don't even know what is going on. They're just going all around the place. No clue, nothing whatsoever. How to even manage themselves. Look at the people in session. Go and look at them sitting down, see what they can be doing. Like bunch of K1 students running all around the campus. We're trying to put them in a class, we can't get them. No here whatsoever. And then you look in their faces, you see some very good other people who can be grandfather or great grandfather. They're all sitting down like that, just you know. Sometimes I want to laugh,
but Honorable Grader were there
guys are
taking
so
their
funny.
they were there taking their pay. So don't be saying they're gonna think well, Honorable Grader, yeah.
Well, no, we're talking about the current.
Even though
Listen,
he's a product
My
of the
man,
University of Liberia.
let's stick to the topic. You know the people that were sent to
right.
ECOWAS, they were sent there. The people that were sent to ECOWAS, they were sent there for 4 years. It's like the
And the
speaker
thing
elected
is,
for 6 years.
they
So
don't
they only
even
gone 1
know.
year, right?
Right.
They gone
They don't
4
even
years, they
know.
gone 1 year. So you can't just record them. It's not a procedure.
I bet
Yeah.
you go ask those folks, they don't even know who you're supposed to send letter to, who you're supposed to send letter to. They don't even know. All they know, they're sending there. Like, this is crazy.
Honorable Greg, you were there before. Let me ask you a question, Honorable Greg, please. It is important for us to understand this, right? What's different about this 55th compared to your 12 years? What's different?
No, you see, I don't want to just say the 55th. I will start from the 54th, not just the 53rd, because I was in the 53rd, then I came to the 54th. You know, we got to a point in the 55th legislature, and I'll be blunt enough. Some of our colleagues who came from the 52nd, the 53rd, and they were in the 54th, some came from the 53rd. They got to a point they felt that the standard of representation was diminishing. Some of the veterans, some people who are reasonable, they may have their own problems. Nobody is problem free. So a few of them decided, hello, we can't be sitting here again. We need to go to the Senate. Because this place here, small boy can here look at you and insult you. No respect for, seniority,
We don't want to
veteran. Yeah, all of those things. Now, how you saw people, like, I don't want to name like, Edwin Snow, Kung Faladen, or Jim Banning, even Nukweden, all the guys that decided. Prince Moy was deputy speaker. Can you imagine what deputy speaker and decided to contest for the senatorial position or deputy speaker of the country? Imagine that. After 2 to 3 years, he decided to contest. After 2 years plus, he decided to contest for the senatorial race. If I went to him and said, but you're the deputy speaker, you don't contest. He said, I will contest and I believe I will win, but I can sit here. So the guys felt that the standard of representation was reducing. So I didn't just want to come to the 55th. To come back to the 55th, the thing is that many persons who go into the legislature now feel that they know too much. Yeah, they don't want to learn the procedure. And to be a good lawmaker, let me be frank with you, the legislature, the guys who said the rule of law group, the legislature is rule based. Any good lawmaker must understand the rules. It must be rule based. So some of the guys felt that, look, we've been here with the elders, we try to control things. These guys are not listening to us. And then Bob can just stand on the floor and say anything. We didn't do this kind of thing in the public glare. So we don't want to sit here. With this current composition now is West. Not because I'm not there, but it was the standard is degrading. Okay, the character, the caliber of people, and sometimes too you want to blame the electorate, but sometimes you blame us who got elected, not just the electorate. Maybe the electorate will say, "Okay, I put you there," but they solely look for anyone. Maybe out of frustration, or maybe out of poverty. Anyone, they just look for anyone now and bestow honor upon you to become a lawmaker. See, for example, you see some guys who are senators. They're not talking. I guess that maybe Amara Kone will. I guess maybe I'm saying maybe, okay, but he finished. Because other guys will look at him and say, well, who did anything here? We all equal here. Look, let me tell you, we used to take votes on the floor. Some guys would tell all equal here. Yeah, we all are more making you go there. That you the one that advocate our covers great. We come and tell the vote here, we'll vote. And the money the people want, won't go, got to carry money to them. That's what they want. Okay? It's not your integrity or credibility you carry to them. I'm telling you, real life.
Thank
So
you.
they
Very
stand up. The advocacy should be maintaining a better standard for the legislature. So the
Honorable Green, thank
standard
you very
has
much.
diminished. Yeah, the standard
Ladies and
has
gentlemen,
diminished.
we want to say thanks a lot. Again, don't forget, we're going to have Edmund Bevan Snow to speak on this issue. Those involved, Mama Bridge Mensah, Samuel Enders, and Tab One-Way, they have been recalled. But here's the interesting thing, right? Read the letter. Read the letter. This is copy of the letter, guys. I'm sorry. Let me share it with you guys, and then you can read it for us to go through. They sent a letter to them, as you can see, a beautiful letter from ECOWAS Parliament, convening of the 2025 first parliamentary seminar and first extraordinary session of the Parliament, Lagos, Nigeria, 6 March 2025. This was sent Honorable Member Mama Bridge Mensah. It's right there. You see? So this is Mama on the letter. Now let's go to the next person, Samuel Endos' letter, as you can see. Let's go to the third person over here. This is Star One-Way letter, right? So why the people saying they are going to vote to replace them? Guess what happened? Be my guess. ECOWAS sending them letters. Are we that confused? It's in the chat room, guys. What's going on here? I really want us to, take our own time and enjoy this. Let me go to Colonel Ed Remy Gray. Colonel Gray, it's in the chat room though. ECOWAS saying, you come on the 6th. And what people saying, they're recording them, the people will not go. Now we're in another situation. Colonel Gray.
What's the question?
We'll get back to you. Let me go to Paul Kennedy. Paul Kennedy, yes, the question, right, Paul? ECOWAS calling these people. You come for a meeting, March 6, 2025. Yes, your letter. The letter very clear, inviting them. Mama Bridge Mensah, yes, your letter. Honorable Samuel Enders, yes, your letter. Honorable Ta One-Way, yes, your letter. And then our own people say no. We don't want these people going. We're having a new election. We're in a serious situation, Paul.
Well, Senator, what I thought was when these people are sent to ECOWAS for a time frame, right? So if they are sent there for 4 years, during the time frame of 4 years, you can't be going back there to withhold them within the first year, except they violate something or it is interim that their election ends, then you say you can't send them back. But they have 6 years to their term as far as being representatives for their various district. And then 4 of those 6 years, they've been sent to ECOWAS as a delegate representation into the ECOWAS parliament. So I think the majority of Blacks should very well know their own rules to say you cannot send somebody as your representative within the turn you space. Then you go and try to withhold them. Is that what they're doing around Liberia? They don't care about turn you. They send you anywhere. If you got 4 years that you spend 1 year to say, my man, the remaining 3 years will bribe you. Maybe they need to bribe. Maybe they need to go bribe ECOWAS to relinquish the people so they can send a new group of people there. But I don't think that's going to work with ECOWAS because ECOWAS has a way to move forward with stuff. If you are there for 4 years, that 4 year ends, and then whoever's supposed to go there goes there. So whatever they are doing in Liberia is domestic, and I think it relates and only stand and hold grounds in that they are majority and minority Black in Monrovia. I don't think ECOWAS is going to take that. So I don't see it as a problem. ECOWAS is going to follow their rules and they're going to stand by it.
Wow. Colonel Gray, I think you got a question now. Can you help us put this in perspective? Where are we? Another mess going within the region, though another disgrace is about to happen.
You know, Senator, I always like to cite what transpired during our war. When the war started, people said it was coming only for specific people. There were those of us who warned them that this war was coming for everybody. So there were the likes who were flip flopping because they felt this was a Funadi only fight. So the spillover effect, you know, I hate to call it karma, especially those who left him and went on the other side thinking that the bounty was going to roll down to them. This is just a clear example, but it could be that because they are the representative in those positions for now, ECOWAS will address them. But whoever replaces them actually can be the ECOWAS's representative that they will do business with. That's how the diplomacy works. What happens if they were going to be fired if they're ambassador? Now they'll work with whoever replace the ambassador that gets fired. That's how these are ambassadors to ECOWAS. So if they are there and then their government recalling them or their House of Representatives, wherever it is, whoever appears is who ECOWAS is going to work with. But I will hope that it's beyond that. I will hope that ECOWAS is actually putting its foot down to say, well, hey, to mitigate this issue, let's give recognition to these people that are here already. So maybe that will stop, any further removal of the speaker or those who probably represent Liberia at that level. But it could be that they are the ones there now, so therefore, who are they going to address the letter to? Someone who has not appeared yet as a replacement. So they are the ones that address it to, but if the legitimacy has been taken away from them, they can go sit in a meeting. Definitely, they have to go by whatever. This fight should be at the House. It should not be those representation because that's a spillover effect that is happening right now. Because we condone this to occur at the House of Legislature, so therefore, folks are going to feel the weight. That's the trickle down effect. But ECOWAS will. I don't believe they will want to meddle in this, especially if they will have to be. They've already written them, but Morovia is saying no. These are
Yeah.
not representatives. So therefore, whoever steps forward is who ECOWAS is going to do business with.
I don't think so.
Lorena, can you upload a second video, please, Lorena?
The
Let me put this
majority was
up.
very
As you can
disrespectful to
see this.
everyone.
This is Star One Way. This is Star One Way. This is his invitation, convening of the 2025 first parliamentary seminar and first extraordinary session of the parliament in Lagos. Dr. Richardson, they are saying on Thursday, next week Thursday, I do believe they're having the election. Today is the 14th. Maybe it will be the 20th, I believe. There you have it, Dr. Richardson. ECHO is saying, you guys come. We have our program. You can sit down. You can do the program. It's very clear. Mama Bridge Mensa, member ECOWAS Parliament of Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia. It's very clear. Simon Enders, the same thing. What a mess, Dr. Richardson.
It's the case of power going to a certain group of people's head. That's what it is. And when power goes to your head, you feel like you can just disrespect rules, you can do whatever you want to do, and this is what happening. The ECOWA, thank goodness they believe in continuity. You can't just send people to programs, to meetings when they don't know, rules, they don't know rules of engagement, they don't know the outcomes of meetings, they don't know how to act. And so that's why it seems, as Mr. Gray spoke here before, you were against Snow, going to ECOWAS, and the people said they repeated what he said to them. And this is because they believe in continuity of laws. And here it is, we are saying no, we are they want to, the majority black wants to disrespect the rules of ECOWAS. ECOWAS is not having that. Power's going to their head. That's all I can say. So when power go to your head, you break your house down, you build a new one, you get new money. That's what's happening in our country. And to me, the Liberian people are suffering, as we have all said here. At the end of the day, the Liberian people suffer. What can they do? Do we just sit here and do they just? I say we because I'm in Liberia often. Do and let things just happen to our country. It's just it mind boggling to me. I'm happy that ECHO, I believe in continuity of the law, respecting the law, continuity of making sure that the Constitution of Liberia stands still.
Now, Richardson, let's get something straight. Thank you very much. Let me ask before I go to my sister Glennie, Honorable Gray. I'm coming to you because let's talk about this, Honorable Gray. Seriously, one, the president should be involved, right? And usually the president write ECOWAS with
I don't
those
know.
names.
I was trying to find out to say it was not a case now. Okay, it was just a matter of protocol. Okay, it's not a must because on our administration, the 55th, the names were submitted to the president office, and then the president communicated the names. Okay, but it's not a must that happens like that. The parliament can communicate directly. But the thing here is this: you see, they were just disrespecting ECOWAS when ECOWAS came to intervene. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the majority said that they can take instruction from ECOWAS.
That's right.
You remember the parliamentarian ECOWAS parliaments had a delegation in Monrovia trying to resolve this thing. So, but
Yes.
the issue here, my reliance is that when we say ECOWAS will not intervene into your domestic affairs,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
okay, that does not presuppose that a representation at ECOWAS for 4 years can get be recalled. ECOWAS is a sub-regional parliamentarian body, okay, with its own authority. Once you go there, you represent the interests of the entire West Africa, not just your country alone. So ECOWAS will not want a kind of a mutiny in parliaments around West Africa, where you can just jump on and recall a parliamentarian from ECOWAS automatically. No, they will not want that, especially with
So
an
I
internal.
understand what I'm saying here to you. At the end
Uh,
of the day, President Joseph Yima Bwaka should be the one writing a formal letter to the ECOWAS leadership. Am I correct?
and I can't say so because you know why I won't say so? I want you to ask one of the lawmakers, okay, or this legislature whether they send a letter to the president. It's not a must.
No, they have not. So what they are saying, Stanton, the guy just
Mhm.
I spoke to two of them. We are doing the election on Thursday.
Uh,
If we say that the Richardson Paul Kennedy and actually elected those our new parliament members, then
uh,
we will write the letter to the president, and then the president officially will endorse the letter, and then a communication will be sent to ECOWAS. But right now we're doing our election. So the president is not officially been informed yet. After the election, then we can make those information clear
so let me
with
ask you a
the
question.
executive.
Let me ask you a simple question. Let me ask you a simple question. Do they want to embarrass the president? Assuming that the president wrote ECOWAS and said this is the parliament decision, and ECOWAS said we have these people, Mr. President, with all due respect, the ECOWAS parliament said because as a parliament, they don't take instruction from presidents. It's just a matter of protocol submitting your name from the parliament. So the right back to the president and say, Mr. President, with all due respect, these people that were there, they were elected for 4 years, okay, and there's no reason to remove them. We can't get involved, so we cannot replace them, okay?
All right,
Because
I'm so honorable, great.
because
And
the
let
parliament
me
is ruled
say it.
this.
I want to call Snow. I want to call Senator Snow, right? Because Senator Snow lives there and work with the ECOWAS Parliament. He's the in and out. It's very important coming from, and I know you were attacking Honorable Snow too. You Honorable Great
No, yeah, I said he went
when
as
he
a
left the
senator
House of
because
Representatives and he
mhm,
took that position with him to the Senate. I
mhm,
just saw the communication between you guys, but I'm
yeah.
not talking about that. So let us Honorable Snow. I just called him for some clarity on this issue. The Honorable, to you again, not to you, I'm going to pass you and say Happy Valentine's Day to the Chief Justice. I heard that you guys had a beautiful dinner, but that's not what I'm calling you for. Welcome to the Spoon Talk, sir. Can you please give us some
So no, you think the chief doesn't blame me then? Yeah.
Tell you.
You think what kind of Liberia you see?
Yes, you were arrested for the airport. But I want to say this. So, can you help us understand this confusion that is happening about the record of Samuel Endo's Tab Wangbe and that of Mama Bridge Mensa, sir, please?
Stella, I don't think there's any confusion here. I honestly don't want to get into the politics of the House of Representatives. That's the internal matters. But when it comes to ECOWAS, I can speak on that. And I've listened to the news that the three representatives from the House of Representatives have been recalled from ECOWAS Parliament. I wish and I hope the House of Representatives will not take that route because it will be embarrassing. Those people cannot be recalled. They can't. I can tell you it with every certainty in me.
You said they cannot?
They will
MOT not?
Stanton, if those people move from ECOWAS Parliament, I will move from there also.
Oh, wow.
They cannot be recalled. I mean, I hope the House of Representatives will not take that route because it's not good for the country. We should not wash our dirty clothes outside. Even when the Speaker of the Parliament came to Liberia, that issue came about and the Speaker told them the procedure. And in the minutes from that meeting, it's recorded where one of them told the Speaker that ECOWAS cannot dictate to them. ECOWAS cannot tell. ECOWAS is not dictating to the House of Representatives. So let me tell you what has happened in ECOWAS over the years. And there have been three scenarios of such that I will reference. In fact, four I will reference. When Yahya Jammeh was president of Gambia, what we do in the ECOWAS Parliament, every time we have session, we got something called the country report. So when you read the country report, you give an overall view of the security and political situation.
Yeah. Economic, yeah.
So when Yahya Jammeh was president of Gambia, every time the country report was read at the ECOWAS Parliament and there was something critical of his government, he will recall the representative that spoke or read the report and change them. So ECOWAS passed a law. Once you take an oath, if you read Article 29 of the supplementary act, that declaration is there. When you take your oath of affirmation, you become the property of the community.
Okay.
You cannot be harassed. You cannot be intimidated by any country, group, or person. You cannot be. The only way those people can be recalled or leave the parliament if they are not re-elected within the 4 years mandate, you're not re-elected, and then the replacement goes. But they will not be. I mean, I hate to say this, I hate to do this, but I really hope the House of Representatives, I pray that the leadership will take some stance so that we try to save the image of our democracy. I mean, listen to people saying the associate justice, in Lagos Shab and this and that. These things are going on in the international media. It doesn't reflect well for our country. So I just want to tell you, Stedman, as head of delegation for Liberia, the ECOWAS Parliament, and as ranking member of the ECOWAS Parliament, those people cannot be recalled. You see, it happened in Burkina Faso. There was an opposition lawmaker. He got arrested, put him in jail, saying he overthrew the government. And they wrote ECOWAS to withdraw him. ECOWAS did not withdraw him. ECOWAS will not do it. And I can say this with every certainty in me. Someone had told me that, the president has assured them that he will write letter to ECOWAS to replace those people. ECOWAS would not do it. And the president, I don't think the president will want to do something. I don't think the president should carry himself to that level. So that the president has assured them that he will write ECOWAS to replace those people and do this, to that.
That's why I just gather Honorable Snow. They said that after the election, Joseph Imambuaka will do an official communication.
They told me, one of them called me yesterday and told me that the president had assured them that he will write ECOWAS when the majority black take the action and write him, then he will write ECOWAS to make sure and he will push ECOWAS to change the people. I can tell you now, I don't think the president should take that route because it will not happen. This people will not be recalled from the ECOWAS Parliament. They have a 4 years mandate. They have served 1 year. They have 3 years there. They have taken the oath. They all were administered by President Tinubu. They have become property of the community. I will send the declaration to you. Read that declaration. They cannot be harassed, molested, intimidated by anybody.
Can you please send a declaration? Let me ask, then I will go to the guys. I know you're joining us tomorrow, but maybe a lot of the folks here want to ask you a question on this matter. So you got Samuel Enders, you got Taiwan, where you got Mama Bridge, my sister Mensa. My question to you then, these guys still saying they're going to hold the election on Thursday. Are you, how would this work? Yeah.
Stand up. I'm appealing, and this is I mean, there are new breed of lawmakers in the House of Representatives. I really don't know them, some of them that well. And like Akara said, it's a different nomenclature. It's a different kind of House of Representatives. And I'm not going to go into the internal politics. But I want to appeal to them not to do that, because they won't get the result they want. Those people, and I speak as head of delegation for the Liberian delegation, I'm under obligation to protect every member of my delegation and do it legally. I can tell you we have the experience at the ECOWAS Parliament, and I can tell you 100% that those people will not be recalled. Even when Akara did that to me, it was not personal. I did not understand how it worked. And he was right. What he did, he was right, but he did not understand. He felt that because I had gone to the Nether House, it was his right. They should have recalled me. And when he wrote the tweet, once I'm a member of the legislature, whether I'm in the Senate or the House, but I've taken that oath, I cannot be recalled from there. So let they get it close with Washington Stanton. Let Washington.
No, it's not in Liberia now. It's in Africa. It's in Europe.
Look, let me just go further than that. Even if those people are intimidated or threatened by the House of Representatives, and they send a letter to ECOWAS, we deem that letter as being under duress and will not accept their resignation. So not only that we not change them from the parliament if the House of Representatives send a letter. If they themselves wrote their own letter and say won't resign, we deem that letter as being harassed by them and will not change them.
Let me bring the rest of the guys on the slow, please, before you leave us. Dr. Richardson, you got a question for the honorable man?
Yeah, happy belated birthday, Senator Snow. My question to you is, who pays for the trip that they are inviting them to Nigeria? Is it ECOWAS or is it Liberia?
Liberia don't pay anything. ECOWAS buy a ticket, they send for you, they pay your ticket, and then they're responsible for your pay and while you stay there.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, mine was not a question. Just to thank the senator for putting his Valentine's Day on pause to come to correct some of the ECOWAS delegates that are on our chat room.
Free.
But I have another question. I kid that you are celebrating your office that said you might only love.
But that one you want to ask my question. And the question I want to ask. I want to ask my question because the one senator he had 2 cakes. One was to the love of my life. Senator, I will tell you that cake.
That's what I cake.
We're not talking about ECOWAS again.
I'm interested that the cake I'm interested in.
The senator free come go on.
You are the love of my life. I was wondering.
I have a question from a viewer.
Yeah, let's go back to the ECOWAS thing. That go to Isaac, Jordan will come to you, Colonel Ed, then Honorable Gray will be the last Isaac. We have Honorable Snow.
Yeah, thank you. No, I know you usually don't like to go this route, and I'm very certain you may not, but let me just ask. Let's assume that what you were told by one of the lawmakers that the president has assured them. But that surety alone, only if that is true, do you think the president is enabling all of this mess that is going on? If that surety alone is right, what will you say about it? Don't you think it is the president who is actually giving fire, enabling, giving fuel to all of this mess that is going on today?
What I can tell you with all certainty and being on both sides of it, I will say this much to you. When my removal was being sought by the House of Representatives in 2006, leading into 2007, it was by and through the acquiescence of the president, and they succeeded. and I was forced to resign. When we moved Alex Tyler as speaker, when we pushed him to resign also, it was by and through the president, and Tyler had to leave. This one, there's no exception. If the president did not want this, it wouldn't happen. I can tell you that for a fact.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. For Honorable Ed, please.
Okay. Somebody wants to know if this were a military coup and then they were calling everybody, what would ECOWAS do?
So, for example, let me tell you what we did when the military coup took place in Mali. We had delegation from Mali at the ECOWAS Parliament, and that happened in Mali, happened in Guinea, happened in Burkina Faso, happened in Niger. We had delegation, their members were at the ECOWAS Parliament. When the coup took place, we continued to recognize those that were elected. We did not change them. When the military junta dissolved the parliament and sent other people to represent, we rejected those people. As a matter of fact, it even happened in Liberia. Honorable Clarence Massapwe, who's in the member of the ruling party, can tell you. Mali sent the military junta sent a group here to replace the elected people who were having a session in Liberia. And we rejected them. We did not allow them to take the oath. We did not allow them in the ECOWAS Parliament. And because that, Mali had no representation. So if the House of Representatives will go to the airport and seize those 3 people and say, you can't travel to ECOWAS Parliament for 3, you can't travel to the country with ECOWAS Parliament, Liberia will be minus 3 representatives, but they will not be replaced at the ECOWAS. I can tell you that with every vein in my body, that the 3 of them will never be replaced till 4 years pending ends.
Honorable Gray, take us home with the senator, please. You are muted, Honorable Gray.
I just reading the rules of ECOWAS Parliament. I see that the terms of office are for 4 years. Then it says vacancy. The seat of representative becomes vacant in case of death, rating resignation to the speaker. That means I'm talking about the ECOWAS Parliament. Death, rating resignation to the speaker, certified mental or physical incapacity to perform your function, resignation due to incompatibility, you decide that you will resign. Removal by Parliament due to disrepute or as provided by the law. That is the ECOWAS Parliament. So on the slow, I was just trying to say, I see that at this point you are very right, because this is what they told us. Okay? That the only way vacancy can be created by these 5 means. And that vacancy cannot be created by the sending country. No, it cannot be created by the sending country, except wherein your tenure expires or you are not re-elected.
Yes.
Then the sending country can replace you according to the rules. So I just wanted to state that maybe you can comment on that.
So like I said, Honorable Gray, like I said, once you take that oath, you are now a property of the community. You are a property. So when it comes to ECOWAS, that relationship with the member, that individual member and the speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, you become a property of the community. Because, what is happening now has happened before. It happened in Ghana. Ghana did that. ECOWAS rejected it. Burkina Faso did that. ECOWAS rejected it. Or Gambia did that. ECOWAS, the matter of fact, was Gambia who made ECOWAS to change that rule under Yahya Jammeh. So if we were to do that, every time we go to the ECOWAS Parliament and do the right thing, the ruling government can change you or the Parliament can change you, we'll just continue changing people. So ECOWAS is very clear about that. I'm appealing to the president, don't get involved in anyone because it won't look good. But I can tell you, I'm not defying him. He's the president, but he will not succeed in this one because it won't look good. And I don't think he should draw his hand into this one. Those people, they will not be replaced. And as it is now, even if they were to tell them you only resign from ECOWAS, we expel you, and they wrote their own letter, we consider it as writing under duress. We will not change them. They will be there.
The Honorable Man, thank you very much again. Happy Valentine's to the boss lady. We want to say thank you. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the show. Thank you for your
All right,
call.
Stanton. Have
So
a
you know the boss did it?
Yeah, I know her.
Come on, Stanton. Come on.
They want to put a very situation.
You want to put Zialetule.
Now you
But
explain
Stanton,
the situation.
but Stanton, on a serious note, if you listen to the motion,
I know. Put it there with move.
the motion,
Put it
the
there with
motion
move
was
to replace all of the ECWA members.
No, but
Yeah,
Put it
yeah.
So
Come
they
on.
will
Eh.
go there to replace all of the members.
But do you know the
That is
motion
so
was
powerful.
amended not just for ECOWAS Parliament? Yes.
For what?
The guy
For
who
what
spoke
also?
to amend the motion. Go back to the video you play out.
For them powerful now.
The guy
Yeah,
said
now
all
for
of
them
parliament,
powerful. So they will go
all of
Nigeria and
international
remove
parliament.
everybody. Just so they will put their
Go
people.
back to the video. The guy who
Yes.
spoke after the motion.
Having listened to the well-written communication from Honorable Johnson S.N. Williams and Honorable James McClain, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the said communication be received and that the said received and that the delegates in question be recalled and that elections be held on Tuesday to send our nomination to ECOWAS and all other parliament that is body usually send memo to. If I can obtain a second.
Yeah.
Honorable colleagues, with the motion being seconded on the basis of recalling our colleagues from ECOWAS that went illegally, and also
You are right. And all so
Yeah.
why are all the other parliaments?
MRU.
No. MRU doesn't have a parliament. They have the
Okay.
African Union.
Yes.
You have the African Union.
Okay.
You get the ACPEU where I represented a head of delegation.
Okay.
It's now the OACPS, the guys who came from Sierra Leone made a representation. Okay, you have the International Parliamentarian Union. Okay, I named the African Union Parliament, right? They have that. I think they should have another one, almost 4 different parliaments.
Wow.
So let's just say this, right? So again, sorry if I say this. The coup operation wasn't only limited to Liberia. It's a broad scale that we're going to go for you wherever we find you. In the AU, like you said, in the European, in international.
Yeah, like for example, what Richard Coleman, we sent it to Rabat. To that
Morocco. Yeah. So these guys, this is a problem though. And we come here every day and we laugh, but this is no laughing business. This is a huge hijack, junta operation. But we're going to see whether President Barker going to get involved with this one. They're going to do the communication to the president. But what a disgrace. Guys, I want us to close the show. Today is Valentine. I don't want to hold you. Glennie is texting me too many times. How can a single person get nobody standing with her want to go to do Valentine? So we gotta respect Sister Glennie. We gotta think.
I'm texting nothing as so loud.
Glennie, you want me to publish a text? I would do it. I don't like doing that.
Well, they say you know the more people that can be writing me the way your number.
Madina is
What he said, I see himself. I even see that man. I don't see him.
Stanton are eating toboggi right on Valentine's Day. My toboggi smelling in that kitchen.
You represent red. The red is represented.
I want to say to all of you, it was a beautiful show. We're going to stop this fire by faith. We went to, before I leave you, let me play this video that, Musa Benito say did not go on a Richard Cool. Let's just play this.
As of today, we are resolved that we no longer sit under their leadership as the court has declared their actions unlawful. Instead, we will continue to work with Speaker Kofa and convene with him as necessary in accordance with Article 33 of the Constitution, which allows us to meet and adjourn in the absence of a quorum. We will maintain this position until our colleague recognizes the authority of the Supreme Court and until the executive ceases its support for their unconstitutional actions. Further, we call on the Senate to honor and respect the Constitution by ceasing all business with this body that has been declared illegal.
There you go. There you go. They saying they will not sit honor them. May God save the state. Ladies and gentlemen, it was also good having you on this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful February 14th Valentine's Day. Till we meet again, as always. Lorena, can you come on? Sister Glennie, pause a little bit now. Stop rushing. I've never seen it. I say again with all seriousness. I've never seen. No, you try. You want to leave so quickly, as if to say you got a date. As if to say you got a date.
Me when I was not here. That 1 week I was not here, you miss me.
No, Glennie, to be frank, Glennie.
I know you miss me.
Glennie, to be frank though, Asido is married. Honorable Gray is married.
Why am I doing that?
Honorable Gray is married. Paul Kennedy is married. Dr. Richardson is married. Senator Witherspoon is married. We all get things to fall back on and lay back on.
Single. She get her man, she get her children.
May God save the show. May the good Lord save the show. Many we love you and we wish you well. But again, I want to say happy Valentine's to all of you. Come back tomorrow. We have Edwin Snow. We'll talk more about this thing. It's just so heartbreaking. It's discouraging that we can come here and see, yes, indeed, that something is happening. Our country is being destroyed right on our eyes. But all we can do is to wait. But I will call on Richard Kuhn to do the needful. And the needful for him to just step aside and allow election to take place. For the sake of peace, for the sake of unity, for the sake of good governance, transparency, and everything. They have dragged Joseph Yuma Bwaka in this. How the president can get himself up, only God knows. The president will be back in the country on Monday, the 17th. And we hope that the good Joseph Yuma Bwaka that we know, I want to build that barrier. That they can listen to him or he can listen to them. They can have election. It's not bad. It's not shameful. Have election. Open it up. And the Liberian people will be happy. Till we meet again tomorrow. May God bless you, Asido. Asido, I know you got a picture of your friend's birthday tomorrow, right? You want to send a shout out to him? I try uploading
it. You can put it up there.
I looked at the devil from Maryland. The picture don't want to come up.
Please put it up for me. Oh,
it's
Jesus.
Not coming up. It's not me. Can you just send a shout out to him? Seriously. I tried 3 times. I sent it to Lorena.
Can you send it to the president studio? Yeah, this
I sent it to Lorena. She can't do it. She's been trying all day. Seriously.
Devil picture.
I don't know what I get devil in Maryland now, but the man picture can come up.
Yeah, man, it will be a nice thing. Let's have prayer over that picture. Why can't I have one picture since we've been on the show? The one picture can't come on.
No, I sent it to Lorena. She having problem. It's not coming up. Let me try again.
Devil. But actually, he is one of Maryland's most admired. I usually call him the Maryland Czar. You know, a big brother there who I've known for a very long time. We call him Kanu, but he's known on Facebook as Kanu Jide. Celebrates his birthday today. Let me say yes. Today. Happy birthday to you, my dear brother. I know you are having fun in Maryland, Harper specifically. All of the best wishes to you. Grease to your airboat, I wish you. Unfortunately, the man from Sano brought some guilt devil and said your picture guy, whatever, only virus that you can come on the stream. I really wish your picture was on, but come on, the great Zord of Maryland County. Happy birthday, enjoy your day. Wishes from me. There you go. Now we had a prayer on it. So yeah, you go, my brother. You can see the man, you know the man is Zord. So happy birthday to you, JJ, that big brother, one person I admire. You know, so we don't talk that much, but once in a while. But I just wanted to send out a shot, and I hope you had a fantastic day. Grow with age, blessings, all of the best wishes.
What kind of great they got grow? You're already old. They say grow with age. There's nothing there left for him.
Well, I think birthday can bring age now. All birthday age can go back again. Your age yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Kanu. All of the best.
Happy birthday, man. You know who messing with you. Happy birthday to you, Gina. Wishing you well. Godspeed. Dr. Richardson, you want to send a shout out too?
Yes, I did send you a picture. I sent Lorena a picture as well.
Lorena, can you put it up, please?
Hey, Dr. Richardson, thank you for sending the two places. Oh. You got it.
Dr. Richardson, send it in the chat room. They didn't send it to me though.
Because we got one evangelist here. Every time he's supposed to go preach to Bible study, they can cancel the Bible study. I don't know what kind of evangelist is that. Every time,
Right,
Come on, Sunday, you enjoy the preaching.
every time Stanton is about to preach,
yes.
they can cancel the service that week.
Yeah, but listen, God ain't finished with me yet. Trust me. He's still working miracles in my life. But let me put this.
Go working, don't working.
This is it.
Yes.
This is Yasendi.
Yes, this is a very, very special sister to me, sister friend. Cynthia Martin Way. She's listening. Actually, she's texting me right now. I want to just wish you a happy, happy birthday. I know you're growing strong. You're speaking strong for Liberia. You may be a friend to many. You may be a talk show host to a lot of people. You may be an advocate to a lot of people, but to me, you're a very special sister, an aunt to my children, someone who I can share my bedroom with when Abraham is not home, someone who I can speak to, and you listen to cries, my success, and challenges. So I want to wish you a very happy, happy birthday, and I love you, and continue to grow strong in all that you do. Thank you.
Woo, beautiful.
Yes, Sandy.
Why you keep looking?
We want to say happy birthday to you, yes, Sandy. We're wishing you and I like this picture though. Seriously, I do.
I do not look at the picture upside down.
Why is Remy Grace smiling? Why is Remy Grace smiling?
Why is smiling with a woman picture?
Why are you not
yet?
One thing I can tell you guys, she's from ANC. Y'all be careful.
Be very careful. Okay. No, I see why Remy Grace going for ANC laughing. Remy Grace, you
I don't have a political party, man.
But I want to say to all of you, it was a beautiful show.
Good night.
Very good night to you. Thank you for coming.
Let me close and
Dr. Richard said, good night to you. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Remy wants to say greeting to your wife.
Yeah, let me send my own treat to Adolfo Skesse. He celebrated his birthday yesterday.
I thought I went Valentine. You can't talk about
Adolfo Skesse.
My wife and I are going to go celebrate Valentine. So
nice.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I met Conan Remy Grace's wife. She's very nice. She's a very nice woman, seriously. Very, very respectful. You can say anybody about Remy Grace. When that woman see you, your heart is melted. She's very, very nice. And we send a shout out to her.
Oh, but Greg, you not sending message?
Yeah, dog. Why my head up black or not? I can see Glenn.
Hallelujah.
Happy Valentine's to my wife.
Nice.
Let me the people go celebrate at the real Valentine people,
Yes.
but I'll send a treat to her, but she's lovely.
Oh, we were not going to go out on that.
I said, I didn't get your phone, man. I said, Stanton said, I didn't take your phone.
You're not the real people, Dad.
I say, you know, the reason why I need to ask a phone. I just saw the picture in Asif phone. And I just bought a new cell phone from T-Mobile. And I didn't bought the phone. I said, about the phone I say is from T-Mobile. They kept on calling Asif from Liberia, right? And Asif tried to let me explain it. You got Glenny bring it up, right? They kept on calling Asif from Liberia, right? And Asif kept on denying and saying this girl, she doesn't know the girl. So they get sent Asif picture to Asif phone and they got blessed and they bust the phone.
I know that's phone. She just bust it.
Yeah. No, but I said how to go get a new phone from T-Mobile.
Evidence destroyed, right? Evidence destroyed, right?
Now, Valentine's Day gift, you just call it out. I know.
I said, my man, just delete all numbers and everything from your phone. Put your phone on silent. And I said, forgot.
So now what you can do? What now? What you can do?
Why you walking
Why
around
you
with
do
2
what?
phones? I said, why?
He
I said, why you
advised,
walking
they
around?
advised, just
Yeah,
advised
delete
him.
all the number and put it on silent.
I said, why you walking
This is
around with 2 phones?
You
I
see,
think
Paul,
But
gentleman, man. You
who
read, you read.
the see the single people want to say in the married people Gary. Because getting single, she wants for other people home. Very bad. We got things for this show. I get it. But yeah, that been wicked. We on the show, we try to do our meswese and imeswese. Benny know that she's single, she try to spoil our happy home. And that's not right. I think. I think have a good day. Have a good day,
You
guys.
always
We
joking,
wish
man.
you
So she getting us now.
she got us this time.
Yeah,
man,
she
my
joking
man.
us. Yeah, she
Paul,
will say, you sure you not sending any treat? Valentine, now trouble for me right now.
But Gray, what you said?
Paul,
I
you
go
read,
home
my
and
man.
say, oh, my
What?
Oh,
message.
mama, yeah.
You didn't want to send me
You,
a
You guys,
why
I
you
gotta
home? Why you
go.
home?
Our sister Lorena, we wish you well. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
holding it down. Till we meet again. To all of you out there, have a
very nice
wonderful,
stuff, but thank you, man.
wonderful day. We love you all. Come back tomorrow. We have Edwin Snow as our guest. We're going to sit back and relax and discuss regional and national issue. And may God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you
Happy
very much,
Valentine's
Lorena.
Day to
I mean, talk
everyone.
to man for they will stay
Lorena,
stationary.
put the music on now. Put the music on, Lorena.
I'm waiting you guys to leave. Then
Go
we can
ahead,
talk.
put it on one of the other side. That's the going on side.
Okay. All right, come and tell you. We say so many thanks to all of you for listening to the show, following us live, all of the viewers from around the world. And now I know you are about to cut off your sets. Spoon Talk returns tomorrow evening. That's tonight, I tell you. And let me say good morning. It's 5 minutes past 12 in Liberia, West Africa. We say thank you for being there. Spoon Talk returns, like I said, this evening at 8:30 GMT. Nelson Cola is going to be here to take you through on the late night politics. My name is Lorena Honorary. Good evening.